Yes. Quite. True. For real. Yes. Alright, let's get this started. Let's get it started, yeah. Let's get it started in here. Fireball, hello. Good day to you. Welcome on in. Gonna get things set up over here. Where are we? Hey Bang, hello, hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hola, ¿qué tal? To Val. Grab this Fursuit. Maya J, hello. Greetings and salutations. Urgh. And camera is over here. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. There we are. There we are. Alright, so. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thingity thing. All is going good over there. Tony. Am I gonna get myself in focused? Am I? Kind of. Somewhat. The blazing light behind me. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Hope we are doing good out there today. Hope we are all well, or we are all good in the hood. So, we're going to be hopping on gamemaker today. Nice room, so clean? Kind of. There's stuff out of view that you can't see. Kind of. Kind of. So, we're back on gamemaker here today. Which I am I'm looking forward to hopping on to today. Maybe we'll play some games after. We'll kind of see how things go. Spencer, greetings and salutation. Because out of sight is out of mind. Exactly. Exactamundo. If you got problems, push them deep down. If you got a mess, put it under the carpet. Put it under the rug. It's all freaking good. Here we go. But yes. Welcome in to the stream, people. What have I got to talk about? Pretty looking forward to today. Dude, I don't know. I feel like I'm on a nice little roll the past few days. I feel like the past week, the past 2 weeks, I don't know. I've been feeling pretty good in my routine. No kind of weird cycles of thoughts in my head. Sure, there's some things at the moment which are kind of like frustrating me, and like I want to improve and I want to be better, but I feel like I'm in like a good mindset of like I'm feeling a lot of autonomy at the moment. A lot of sort of like, oh dude, I don't like that. Let's make a plan. Let's act on it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel I'm creating better. I feel when I'm at my best. I feel when I'm at my best in whatever aspect of my life, whether it's kind of like socially, health, projects I'm working on, whatever. I feel when I create systems the support me in doing that and not like leaving things to chance, I feel that's where I start to operate the best. I feel that's when I start to operate the best, when I'm sort of trundling along like that. And is my hair there? I thought it was bald because of the shining the light on my freaking hair. I thought I was balding again. Okay. Let's lock in. Let's get serious. Let's get real. Okay, so gamemaker today, probably playing some video games and stuff out there. Hello there, IMP. Good day to you. But what did I want to say? I felt I had something on the tip of my tongue, something I wanted to present to the group. No, I feel that I do kind of have some things that probably I'm quite good at talking about that I'm not really speaking about much. I feel that haven't been talking about, I don't know, things like, dude, I'm like somebody who like moved to another country. You know, I'm from the north of England, but I live here in Spain. And I feel there's probably some like fun, I don't know, storytelling and I guess also sort of like advice and my point of view that I could very easily give on that sort of thing, you know, of just like, oh, like, you know, I've been living in Spain for 7 years. And these are some of the key differences I've noticed. Or like, you know, oh, you know, being a furry in Spain, being a furry in Germany, being a furry in England, like these are things I've kind of noticed. And these are things that are different or the same or interesting or cool or I vibe with or I don't vibe with. So I'm thinking of sort of spanning myself out in kind of, not only would it be fun for myself to share those stories, but I think it might be kind of fun to share some of that stuff with chat and with people on like YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of, I'm wanting to kind of for my own sake, because I have fun documenting my life. Like I really like Instagram stories and I really like sort of flicking back on that and you know, going through periods of like nostalgia and remembering and like, oh, that was cool, and having those kind of things as mementos. And I kind of want to do that a bit more with my Rex, with my Rex Rebel Heart, with my furry side. And I think I want to start chronicling a little bit more, you know, not just like hanging out here playing games and you know and doing stuff with chat and stuff like that, which is super cool. I think I want to start telling stories a bit more, and I think I want to sort of share things that I know about and I'm good at, just so I can kind of like look back at them as in the future as time goes on, and also kind of share them as something like, oh, this is kind of cool for people to sort of check out. So I'm kind of interested in sort of expanding what I'm doing a little bit more. And if anyone has any kind of ideas of what might be cool, of just like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this thing, or I'm interested in that, I sort of really want to sort of explore sharing those kind of things, whether it's stuff about travel or living in a different country, or you know, living far away from like your family, or adjusting to life in a different language or a different culture. I feel I've got like a lot of stuff to say on those topics, which are probably, you know, maybe useful to some people, maybe useful and informative to some people who might be like going about the similar sort of things in their lives, or even if just to an outsider, something that's kind of like interesting and entertaining. You know, I would have kind of like curiosity of how people live in other parts of the world, and how people live their lives, and how people adjust to different situations. Because I do think that even I do think we can kind of like take lessons from like different things, you know? Like I think even if I'm sat here talking about, oh, this is like a crazy adjustment that I made when I moved from like the UK to start living, you know, in Spain from zero with like no job, no friends, no family, whatever. I think even if you're not in that same sort of situation, there's kind of anything that is sort of, you know, problem, solution, adjustment. At least for me, I feel when I look at those kind of things, you know, when somebody's telling me like a story, or I'm looking at somebody's life, or whatever, even if it's something completely unrelated to me, I think there's ways I can kind of like connect to that and kind of learn from it and whatever. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested in doing things like that a little bit more, for the two reasons, like I said. I think it'll be kind of cool for something for me to look back on, rather than just me having like a bunch of like me playing video games to look back on, which is still freaking cool. And then also something that might like sort of like spark communication and conversation and stuff like that. Because I mean, that's the fun thing about streaming and social media, at least for me. The fun thing is kind of like hanging out and chatting with people and whatever. Like I really thoroughly enjoy that. So I was kind of thinking about that, and I don't know if any people had any ideas on that. Thomas and Friends? I mean, we're not playing Thomas and Friends right now. We're not playing Thomas and Friends right now. But we're probably going to play Thomas and Friends later. Right now, we're just speaking. Right now, we're just speaking. Reminds me of 2008 when all news video games were bragging about this type of bloom lighting. Turns out it's really realistic, but just not as prevalent. Not as prevalent as the games that have you believe. Yeah, bloom lighting's kind of crazy. Bloom lighting's kind of freaking nuts. 200 stream streak, that's freaking nuts. Let's go, Val. Kai Fenix, Sonic bedsheet, yes. Reversible Sonic bedsheet. I'm trying to buy some Knuckles hands. I want to buy some Knuckles hands. Like, you know, like the gloves? And there's a guy selling them, and I made him an offer, and he just didn't freaking reply me. I was like, do you want to sell these or not? Do you want to sell these or not? I don't freaking know. 699 followers. I know, Fireball. It's been freaking crazy. It's been freaking nuts recently. I only saw bits of it, INP. I only saw little clips of the partner showcase. I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't watch it live because I was hanging out with the Risu at the time. So I just watched clips of it, and there wasn't anything super crazy in it. At least what I saw. At least what I saw from the partner showcase. Would it not be more comfortable for you to wear a rubber mask? Deltrove, thank you for following.
Deltrove underscore is now following.
I don't think so for me. For me, wearing rubber masks, I think are deeply... I don't like wearing rubber masks. I've had some in the past, and I do not find those comfortable to wear. Also, it's not the vibe I'm going for, right? I'm going for, like, the idea of this is like I'm a big fuzzy dog. Those, like, rubber dog masks, to me, they feel like kink adjacent and stuff like that. And I'm just being stupid in this thing. You know what I mean? I'm not being, like, sexually stupid. What's going on?
Myzuthi Floatsel is now following.
Oh, a rubber mask! Oh, I read rubber. I read rubber. Wear a rubber mask. I mean, sure. Was it on the floor here? I don't know how I put it. It's the one over there. Yeah, Balaclava, gotcha. These are the Floatzel. Floatzel is a dope Pokemon mind. So big shout out for your Floatzeling. Because Floatzel is a freaking dope, well, yeah, balaclava. Yeah, it's like skiers or them as well, like a ski mask, like a balaclava. It's like where it's just the eyeballs, you know, it goes over and stuff like that. Stuff like that, right? Yeah. I read you saying rubber mask. I was like, I don't want to wear like a rubber. I don't want to do that. I've done that before. I've had rubber masks before, you know, like frickin' skibbity babbity boo. You know, like Halloween masks which are rubber. I don't enjoy them. Your Floatzel, you got a Floatzel Fursuit. Maybe I've seen it. Dude, maybe I've seen it. Because I've definitely, like, actively looked at, like, Pokemon Fursuits and stuff like that before. And I do like Floatzel. I think Floatzel's a really cool Pokemon. So I might have seen it. If you, like, post pictures of it online and stuff, dude, I may have seen that already. Because, yeah. I like Pokemon a lot. And we've been doing a Pokemon Gold Nuzlocke at the moment. I like it. I enjoy wearing balaclava and ski mask, but it's not the most socially accepted here. I mean, I think if it's really cold, and it's snowy, it's a bit more acceptable. But in general, it's like... If you're blue and white, I haven't seen if it's blue and white then. I've not seen if it's blue and white. I'd remember that. I'd remember if you had different colors. I've not seen that. I've not seen it then. I've not seen it yet. Yeah, I think it was really cold wearing a balaclava in the same way of, like, you know, wearing a hat and wearing a scarf and whatever. But I think in our trust-based scenario, people generally don't like people covering their faces, which I can get, which I can understand. Do you know what I mean? It's not totally the vibe when you're outside the kebab shop and somebody's wearing a balaclava. Minute Entertainment, they're used only for malicious purposes. They're not used only for malicious purposes. They're used for skiing. They're used for skiing and staying warm and making sure that your face doesn't freeze its butt off. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But yeah, I think another thing that I want to do, and I think I'm gonna put out some like signal blasting on this, so I can hopefully like find some people. I want to see if I can do like a collab like once a month, just for like poops and giggles. Do you know what I mean? Not for like any sort of like, you know, like, you know, what's the frick, ulterior motive or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about, like, oh, like, let's ask them, like, the channel with, like, 10,000 followers if they want. I don't freaking care. If it's, like, a dude with, like, 4 followers, or it's a dude who's, like, the same size as us, or it's, like, a bigger size, or it's a smaller size, or it's a whatever size, I don't know. I just want to, like, because, like, generally, like, the thing here is, like, hanging out with people for, like, fun vibes and stuff like that. And I want to... And I guess I do collab with the Risu, like I hang out and I do stuff with the Risu. But I think it would be kind of cool to, like, you know, and if I had in my head like maybe like once a month, something like that as a kind of like target. I want to like sort of, you know, do some. I've never done a co-stream. I've never done something like that with another person. I think it would be fun. I want to try it to confirm or deny if it's fun or not. So I'm gonna keep an eye out. And if anybody does anything, because I know we have people who stop by these streams who stream themselves or make videos themselves or whatever the hell. If anybody does anything or knows somebody who does anything, I'd be down. I'd be pretty down. I think it would be fun. Toxic, hello. Jon Snow on Fortnite? That seems weird. It seems weird now they're doing that. What happened with him? He's just freaking useless, Val. He's just absolutely freaking useless. It's like the type of thing where, like, you know, where you're making. Cause he wanted to with me. He was like, "Oh, I want to with you," and he was like, "I think you can help me." And I was like, "Okay, so I'm like, there's nothing crazy big or here going on here, but like, cool. Like, we can. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Sounds fun. I also want to do that because I think that would be a vibe. I think that would be fun." And then like. I talk to him, and it's just like, he just makes everything like really confusing and difficult, and like loads of extra steps. And I'm just kind of like, dude, I'm just like, you know, I've made like 10 suggestions, and you're being. This dude's Val. This dude's adjacent to that. This dude is adjacent to that. He is adjacent to that. He is adjacent to that. He's the same group of people. And I'm like, you know, it's like, dude, I've made like 10 suggestions. And and you know, so we got to the point where I was just like, dude, you just tell me. Like, just say like, you know, I want to do like someone on Tuesday at 5 p.m. I'm like, all right, freaking cool. You just tell me, right? Because you for some reason you can't seem to like respond to go backwards and forwards with what I'm telling you. I was like, you just tell me. And you can't even do that. So I'm like, alright. He's putting a lot of effort into it, which is also going like freaking nowhere. He's like, it's all over the place. It's really confusing. Like, you know, he was like playing Doom or something. He played all of Doom. And then he must have spent like an ungodly amount of hours editing these like Doom playthrough videos, and I was like, why is anyone gonna watch this? Do you know what I mean? There's no like gimmick or anything. Like, he's like a screamo singer, so I was like, dude, like, why are people gonna watch like your Doom video? Because he's also very like, he has an intention of what he wants to do. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, why is anyone gonna watch your Doom video? Like, why is everyone gonna find it? Why is everyone gonna, like, do a thing where you do, like, screamo shit? Be like the metal dude who plays Doom. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lucky thing within, like, the furry space of, like, the act of just, like, existing as a furry means you can find, like, some potentially similar people who'll hang out with you. Because, like, that's the fun, like, people hanging out, and, like, us talking right now, and, like, vibing and whatever. Like, that's the cool thing. And I think there is, like, a fun thing within furry of just, like, I think that's the cool thing of them furry, of just, like, oh, like, that's, like, an in for a bunch of people. Just, like, oh, shit, furry. Like, let's talk to this dude, let's see what's up. Like, I think that's, like, the kind of, like, cheat code here for, like, finding people to hang out with. But if you're just, like, you know, randomly playing Doom at, like, 2 a.m., like, every 3 weeks, it's like, and he complains nobody's watching, it's like, oh, I don't know, man. Toxic, I'm worried about your charging cable. I'm worried about your charging cable. Beagle, hello. Volpino, what is going on? Welcome in here today. We're on full yap sesh right now. Dude, we've just been, like, yapping for, like, 20 freaking minutes. Which is fun. The crashing in the Thomas game is freaking hilarious. It is fun. It is of amusement. It is of amusement. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is, I do want to, like, if there's people, like, I mean, dude, even if you don't frickin' have, like, a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel or whatever the hell, like if anybody wants to, like, as I said, if anybody wants to, like, sort of, like, make things together, collaborate on something, whatever, it'd be very fun. It'd be very, very fun. It would be very, very fun. So I'm gonna start messaging a bunch of people and just be like, hey. But if anyone comes to me, I mean, cool. You're waiting for your replacement to come. Well, I'm glad you, what is it? Is it like a USB, is it like USB-C? Or is it like something proprietary? Is it like a special thing? Please stop stuttering. It's very cringe. Okay, juice. Is that a misspelling of Deus Ex? You're Juice Ex Machina. I will do my best just for you, dude. You know what'd be useful? Every time I stutter, if you just typed cringe in the chat, Juice Ex Machina, that would help me. If every time I'm being cringe, you just say cringe, then I'll Pavlovian response will kick in, and I will stop being such a cringe person to you. You just came to say hello because you're gonna eat and then go straight to work. Well, I hope you have a good day today. With pleasure. Excellent. There we frickin' go. It's a special charging cable, right? Yeah. I see. In like, luckily we've got a lot of that stuff that's, like, switched over to just being exclusively the USB-C. I find that really, really useful. But every so often I do have something where it's like a special charging cable. It's kind of annoying, you know. It's kind of annoying. What is it? There's something I've got which I use all the time, which has like a proprietary cable, and it really annoys me. SpongeBob After the Incident. I think I told you, SpongeBob After the Incident, that I like your name. I think it's very funny. I don't know what the incident is. What was the incident? What happened? Thought about getting a streaming pass, but I know I'm not very entertaining. I mean, I wouldn't classify myself as entertaining, Toxic. I would just classify myself as existing. Rex, can you only stutter? That'll improve my stream experience. I don't think I am good at acting. Like, I don't think I'm good at pretending. You know, like, I don't think I can do a convincing cry. I don't think I can do a convincing laugh. I don't think I can do a convincing pretending I care. and I don't think I can do a convincing stuttering. I think everything that comes out here, Val, is natural. So if you wanted me to stutter more, then I think you would have to start to you know, reward or punish to push me in that sort of direction, you know. Fortunately, I do not think I can stutter on command. I would not be a good actor for the King's Speech. Rex, can you be yourself? Rex, can you just be yourself? Funny. Funny. Okay, I just want to test something real quick that I think I achieved. But I don't know if I did. Okay, there we go. Alright. We're in action. We're in action. But yes, dude, very nice. Dude, I love, it's very, I like it a lot when I just start going like full yap and everybody just starts yapping along with me. It's very nice. I feel very seen. I feel very seen. Okay, speaking of scenes, thank you for the bitties.
Toxica shirts 9 cheered Dex 2. Take some bitties.
Rex, can you be a yellow dog? It'll improve my stream experience. I'm quite yellow and quite dog. That is a fact and figure. That is. Arg.
Toxica shirts 9 cheered Dex 2.
Dude, I love to yap as well. I enjoy me some yappies. Some yips and yaps. Okay, so I had a little thing I wanted to do today because I was reading yesterday. I was reading about arrays. I've been learning. I feel like I'm quietly learning at the moment. Quite a few different things. I feel quite proud of myself. I feel like a big boy. Okay, what I was gonna do is I was gonna make a frickin' skibbity toilet. I was gonna make a main menu. That is what I was gonna do. Time to continue your heart gold experience. Let's freaking go. Oh, speaking of Pokemon. I am going to play. I've worked out how to do this, and I'm very excited about it. I've worked out how to... What do I want to say? I have worked out how to... I mean, it's not difficult. By worked out, I mean I read something online. I read how you can move your Pokemon save files from a Game Boy emulator to an N64 emulator. So what does that mean? What that means is I can take the Pokemon that we used in the red Nuzlocke, and I can take the Pokemon we used in the gold Nuzlocke, respectively, into Pokemon Stadiums 1 and 2 on the N64, and do the Gym Leader Castle. So I think that'd be very fun. I'm very interested in doing that. So before we move on to Generation 3, we're still in the middle of Gold at the moment, sure. But before we move on to Generation 3, we're gonna play the N64 games using the Pokemon we got from the Nuzlocks, which I think could be, for my opinion, if you ask me, I think it'd be very fun. I think it'd be very, very, very fun. How do I do anything? Oh, do I just write a script? I think it'd be very fun. Oh, mystery gift. But that's also very cool. I'm gonna look that up. Hey, I'm gonna look that up. Because surely there's a way. Surely there's a way, no? Surely there's a way of mystery gifting. Surely. Oh, I think I put an object in that room that's like invisible. Mystery gift would be so cool, no? Oh, I'm curious about that. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that because that could be very, very cool. Okay, drop that in there. And then I think... I'm pretty sure there's like... I won't say I wouldn't guarantee it, but then again, it's been so many years, I'm sure it's doable at least one of it. No, it's... Firewall, it's gotta be, man. There's gotta be something that somebody's come up with. Like, there's gonna be people who, like, really want to preserve that. For sure, for sure, for sure. I gotta believe that somebody's come up with that. That'd be super cool. That would be super, super, super cool. Alright. I'm hoping the Pokemon Champions that comes out, you know, soon is not entirely like ruined by like monetization and stuff like that, because that being something that they're gonna put on like Switch 1, Switch 2, mobile, it's gonna like allow a lot of different people to play that game and do like PvP and trades and stuff like that. And I just hope it's kind of neat, you know? Close is doable now. 2010 opinion, yeah. Yeah, I assume that generation of like emulation is like sort of reached like its final form. You know what I mean? You're here. I saw you were doing a big session the other day, Val. I saw you were doing a massive session on fricking Civilization. Pac-Man World. I need to play the repacks. Okay. I'm not sure how like the number. I'm not sure how that works. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay. So let's see if that. I don't know if that's because I haven't drawn any like graphics for that, so I don't know if that'll just appear as like a text array in like the basic ass, you know, like font, like default font, or I don't know. I'll find out. We'll see. Yeah, we got nothing. Cool. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need like a drawer for that. I'm definitely gonna need a drawer for that. So I'm gonna want that drawer, drawer GUI, drawer G. Maybe I just do drawing and we try. Okay, so wait, no, I want that as a crate, don't I? I think. But yeah, unless like stuff's got like really weird architecture, like I know like Sega Saturn is still like, you know, not figured out. I think unless it's some system that's got like really, really weird architecture, then most of those systems like going back to, I mean, really PS2. I think that's sort of from what I understand. I mean, I'm not like the emulation king, I don't know all this stuff. But from what I understand, like those emulators are pretty, you know, like I've been able to, like when I've played, like, you know, for example, like GBA, GameCube emulator, it's been like, oh yeah, like can frickin' you know, do like the GBA connectivity and do like, you know, all those sorts of things and stuff like that. Like all those things seem to exist. Actually, I wonder if there's e-reader emulation. Now that you've got talking about like Mystery Gift and Pokemon, like, do you guys know the e-reader? You guys remember this thing? The e-reader? So the e-reader was this attachment here, this add-on that they had for the Game Boy Advance, and you could swipe cards along it, and it would load like in-game content. So it was really used, like, you know, they put it on a lot of Pokemon cards. So Pokemon cards, you could scan them, and it would basically act like a mystery gift sort of thing. But there was also NES games, so you could get like a pack like this. You could get a pack like this of trading cards of NES games, and it would have like 5 cards in that you'd swipe one after the other, and then you could play freaking Donkey Kong or you know, Mario Bros or whatever on your GBA. I wonder if emulations have those on. If they've done emulation for e-reader. Very curious about that, actually. Really, really curious about that. Whether we've actually had, you know, the e-reader as like a plug-on emulator and then use virtual cards to scan for either the Pokemon cards or the NES parts that they did on the e-reader. It was a really crazy piece of technology. I mean, Nintendo do that. They go really experimental and they produce crazy, wacky stuff. You know, you look at the Wii U, you look at the Virtual Boy, you look at the Nintendo Switch Labo. They're always kind of making crazy stuff, and I wonder if somebody's like emulated all this sort of stuff to preserve it. I mean, playing these NES games is kind of redundant because you can just play them on the NES, but there's going to be a bunch of content that's locked behind these Pokemon cards. Kind of curious. Kind of curious about that. Kind of curious about that. I remember the friend had one of those readers as a kid. My first instinct is that we could print our own stuff with home printers if we cracked code. That's cool, man. That's cool. I've just played the OG Pac-Man World too. I've not played the repack. I've played the OG though. Dude, that's really funny. It's also funny that your mind was still like working and operating in that regret in that mindset. So menu length 5, right? Because I got 5 things. I think. I think. Drawer set, horizontal align, center, drawer set, vertical line, yep. Got like a middle, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that because I don't think they produced. They probably didn't produce loads of the e-readers worldwide, did they? But definitely in the UK, they were like not a big thing. Like I don't think I ever saw one in a shop. Like I don't think I ever saw one in the store. I did see a kid who had one once, but I never remember actually like seeing it at like my game store or anything like that. I do not have a memory of that. And as someone who was like really like interested in that kind of thing. I would have thought that, like, you know, I'd recall that. Okay, I think that should take my array and actually, like, failed run complete. Okay, cool. Feather messages, loads of stuff. A number of literal was expected this time. Where? Oh, is this where I just put in, like, I was reading this stuff about arrays. Is that like this? Oh, whoa. I just pressed the bug button. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Close. I want to play that collection, dude. I want to go back and I want to play frickin' I want to play like Maximum Carnage and stuff like that. Oh, dude, you're so right, Fireball. Oh, dude, you're so freaking right. Oh my god, you're so right. Dude, that's so freaking cool. That is so freaking cool. Someone is making new games for the GBA's unpopular e-reader add-on. This is from February of last year. Several new homebrew titles are currently in development for the Game Boy Advance's e-reader. The Game Boy Advance e-reader, in case you never heard of it, essentially a large black device attached to the back of the handheld system via its cartridge port. I'm making new games for the GBA e-reader. Here's a sampling of the games scheduled in the first pack. Oh my god, this is freaking cool. That is so cool. That is neat. That is so freaking cool. I had no idea about that. That is so mint. No, yeah, you're totally right, Fireball. That is so sick. People actually making games and just putting them on e-reader cards. I think just swipe it and play a game that you've made on the GBA or a game somebody else has made. That is sick. That's actually unreal. I love that. I really, really love that. What a cool thing. Retro.cards. New Game Boy Advance and e-reader games. That's so cool. And he's still doing it. He's got more coming mid-2026. Nintendo never released a Picross game for the GBA. We're rectifying that in our own little way. 2-player mode! That's crazy. That's crazy. So you're scanning an e-reader card, and then you can use Game Link cable and do 2-player. That's so sick. What the hell? And actually, that is a really big point. There was never Picross on the GBA. That's a crime. That's actually a crime. That's wild. That's so freaking wild. That is super cool, man. Dude, that is super cool. Dude, I actually love that. I actually love that. I also like how your mind works, Fireball. I really like how your mind works. That you're just like, oh yeah, this is like probably a thing. That's so freaking cool. Okay. Like, have I even created the room? No, I think that's good. Might be good. Draw line 6. What's the issue? Attempting to access local variable XX outside the scope it was defined in. And then same thing. Unwanted bottom gamer, dude.
Unwanted bottom gamer is now
Where
following.
Are you coming from? Where are you emerging from? You people. You peeps. Oh. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, dude, I want to start looking at the e-reader frickin' Hey! I did it. They're just all on top of each other. So they haven't spaced out on. I've drawn them all on top of each other. I need them to actually be like one after the other. But okay, I've got all my menu options just written on top of each other. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, maybe if I start like, well, how do I want to draw separate them, don't I? I want them like one after the other. Menu selection increments. Let's try this. This might be good. This might be freaking good. This might be happening. Hey! Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Alright, man. Alright. So, I want to be implementing steps to move between them. Okay, so if keyboard check, what do they call it? Is it like VK down? Is that what it is? VK down. Menu selection. If menu selection is greater than the menu length, menu selection equals, we called it 0, didn't we, for option 1? Yeah, loops back to the start equals 0. Cool. Nice. If, whoa, why wait, okay, there we go. If keyboard check pressed, oh no, ho, key VK, oopanatum, menu selection, minus. Menu selection is less than 0. Menu selection equals menu length. So it goes back to the last if it goes too far up. Yep. Cool. Now, I think the problem here, though, is we're not actually going to be like highlighting it. So I need the... Okay, let's have a look on create. Menu box. Yeah, let's do that. Menu box width. Menu box height. Okay. So that's drawing all the text. So top is gonna be the Y minus, yep. And then the bottom plus plus. Okay, so if is a true value to menu selection, drawer set color. Yeah, the color good. We're in English. Color with a U. Color with a U. In Australia, did they do color with a U, or is it color with a no? Oops. What are you mad about? Or is that just where I selected? I think. What's wrong? Unexpected bracket. What's so unexpected about my freaking bracket? We spell color with a U, yeah. I thought so, right? Oh, because I put that there. Okay, there we go. There's my unexpected brackets. All right, you just don't wanna do it. Why? What's the pooping issue? Oh, is it because I didn't close this argument here? That summoned a bunch of hell. You just took out Misty. So which number is Misty in gold? I can't remember. Because you do them in a really goofy... Is Misty the second gym leader you do? Because you start off with, like, Lieutenant Surge, right? Like, you start off in Vermilion City. And I know there's some variation of, like, which order you kind of go through them. But I think at least on my, like, you know, Nuzlocke tracker I had, the, like, suggested order was... Oh, they've got her as 4. The 5th, yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's, like, the slight variation in what you can do them in. I guess that the suggested sort of intended order by their levels is you go Lieutenant Surge, Sabrina, Erica, Misty, Janine, Brock, Blaine, Blue. So I guess that's like the intended by levels, but it's the same way in a lot of them. You can usually like 4, 5, and 6, like around that area, you can kind of do them in whatever order you want. It's just like that in OG Pokemon. Pokemon Red, you could do like you know, like Koga and Sabrina as like your 5th or 6th interchangeably. Maybe Erica was in that mix as well. I don't know. It's like HM dependent. But I just know when you get to Kanto and Gold, you have you've already got basically all the HMs. So there's you can kind of go through a lot of stuff in sort of whatever order you care about, right? Best post game they ever did, man. Crazy. Best post game they ever did. Hit credits and it's like, oh dude, do you want to just go to Kanto and dick around there? And it's like, yeah, please. And I know it's not the same. I know there's some stuff that's kind of like removed or streamlined or whatever, which is mainly due to like memory issues on the cartridge. But the fact that it's there and just like in some form is amazing. And I know when you're playing Heart Gold, there's even more post game. There's even more stuff you can do. There's like extra islands, isn't there, you can go to. I don't know if it's like a Battle Frontier or whatever, but there's something else beyond that as well. So freaking cool, man. So freaking cool. When there's actually like meaningful things that you can do. It keeps stuff interesting, right? So badass. So badass. Check this over. Oh, wait. No, but yeah, because then that's a different... Like, that's an argument. And that's an argument. And this just doesn't want to open now. I just broke it. See, that confuses me because that line was working before. And then this. They had those, they were fine previously. Is it because I did that? I feel it's gonna mess up everything. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. We'll start this here. For this block. I've done nothing there. I've changed nothing. I feel it's just gonna. The error compiles window. I don't know what the error compiles window is. I'm just looking at these feather messages. compile errors were in the... Windows. Malformed statement. If you're not feeling good, take care of yourself, dude. Make sure you take care of yourself. Create room, okay. Can you go through Mount Moon? Can you go through Mount Moon to Pewter, or is it too early for that? So you'll have, what have you got? Fuchsia City, Pewter City, Cinnabar Island, and Viridian. That's what you're looking at, right? I think there's some sort of like story stuff that like forces you to do like Cinnabar and Viridian in that specific order. But I'm guess you're either looking to go to... Oh, you can't get to Mount Moon because there's ledges in the way. Oh, Diglett Cave. Dude, Diglett Cave. Diglett Cave. Go to Viridian, go through Diglett Cave. Go to Vermilion, sorry. Go to Vermilion and go through Diglett Cave. And then you'll be able to go through Viridian Forest and get to Pewter City. It was a Diglett Cave, I think. I think that's the move. You go back to Vermilion and go through there. Unless there's some stupid reason you can't through to Diglett Cave, but maybe that's open now. Then you need Polka Flute. So you're gonna want to go to Lavender Town. You're gonna want to go Lavender Town and get the Polka Flute. Oh, you got your batch file. You can do Animal Crossing stuff? What are you gonna do with those? Is that for Animal Crossing cards? Lavender Town. I'm sure of it. Your answer's in Lavender Town. I'm confident. So you should... There should be a route to Lavender Town. If you're going, like, east of... Cerulean? Is that right? Or Celadon? You should be able to get... I think you should be able to get a Lavender Town. And get Polka Flute there. Yeah, dude, that's cool for the Animal Crossing stuff. Let us know how it goes. Let us know how it goes. Because curious about that, dude. I had that textile there, and then I freaking broke it. I had the textile there, and then I freaking broke it. I busted it, man. Well, maybe if I finished off this argument. Oh, that's actually really cool if you put the Wi-Fi password on. That's actually dope. That's actually a really sick idea. I would like that, actually. That's actually really, really cool. That's a really cool idea. You just have the Wi-Fi password on like a card and you just like tap it and you're in. That's actually sick. That's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. Okay. Oh, stickers, that's neat. Yep, exactly. You need the card. You get that from the radio tower in Lavender Town. Because they've converted the Pokemon graveyard into a radio tower. Which I think is disgusting. Which I think is really, really disgusting. I think it's something like... They turned the Pokemon freaking graveyard in Lavender Town, they turned it into a radio station. In 3 hours' time, that's what they did. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? The frickin' nutcases. The music of the dead, I guess. I'm just not into it. That's where I draw my line. Okay. Oh, do I want this all to be like one argument? Oh, that's the issue, because it's referring to I outside of... No, I didn't like that. I thought I'd cracked the code. Is this still all within the same thing? I think it is, right? Yeah, because that's there. Maybe. P if poo. You just invited Raymond. Yeah, what is that, the cat with like the glasses that everybody hates? To be fair, it's not like I don't see that like Animal Crossing dude and I'm like, oh, he's so cool. Like, I don't particularly, you know, like him, but I guess I'm not really like, okay. Okay, I think we got this. I don't like actively hate him. So let's make this one gray, sure. But then why do I want that stuff? I spelled else wrong. No, but I think it's one of those things at Valve where it's like it goes both ways, doesn't it? Because it's like it's flipped and flopped now because everyone was like obsessed with him and people were like trying to get him desperately on the islands and it was all that crazy stuff. You know, crazy stuff with people like trading to try and get him on like Discord servers and stuff. But then I think like the script like completely flipped. And then everyone started hating him, and well, everyone, some people. I think it has gone like backwards and forwards a lot on the public opinion of Raymond the cat. I'm kind of annoyed because I had something on the go here and then I just like ruined it. I freaking ruined it. So I opened this here. But I don't think... Not feeling great about that. Yeah, because I need that to be a part of that. So then do I close this here? Oh yeah, I guess you're probably right about like furry opinions or whatever, right? Okay, so that needs to be within here. Okay. Try that again. For this block. Unexpected colon. Oh, okay, right, I see you. So do I just double close it? Fuck. Oh my god. Variable XX is when you X. Malinformed if statement. With this one? Oh shit! Okay. Cool. I should have fucking read that, shouldn't I? No, because right. Geometric draw line 9. I equals menu selection. What's the issue? Not set before reading it. The magma's in the top, so whatever you draw, it'll appear in the top. Just on a timer, it like appears and then it disappears. Yes. Variable minimums not set before reading it, but I was setting it in create. That's, well, maybe I need to like draw text. Anyway. I have called that old menu. Ah, because I spelled it wrong here! Is that it? Okay, now a different problem. Draw line 13. Menu selection. Selection. Variable not set before reading it. Come on, baby! This is Buggy's. Alright. We're getting somewhere. I wanted that to be yellow. Not to be like a black box of doom. That was not my intention here. It was meant to be if you moved up and down on it, it would... Now if you select something, it's like the one you've picked is black. Or just a random one. Why does it skip out settings? The order it goes through doesn't make any freaking sense. Did I set the colors wrong? Did I set the freaking colors wrong? I didn't set them with the colors, no. Yeah, it advances the next option every single frame you have the button pressed. Yeah. So maybe I don't want that in stat. Making it essentially random. Oh my lord. Oh my frickin' lord. Oh my god. Dude, I will say, for me, when I, was first kind of, interested in making games and stuff, was, definitely as a kid with fighting fantasy books. I don't know if anybody ever read these things. Fighting fantasy books. Who was the guy who wrote them called? Steve Jackson. So, all these sorts of things, right? Fighting fantasy, which were choose your own adventure books. These are the more modern covers, but I think these were released way back in the day. I was so into these, which were choose your own adventure books, where you're progressing through dungeons. It'd be oh, go to page 33 if you defeated the golem, and you'd fight them with dice rolls as well. And what was really cool is if you didn't even have dice to hand, the bottom of the pages had 2 dice rolls, so you could just flick through the pages and generate a dice roll for doing the skill checks or fighting the monsters or stuff like that. I love these books so much. I remember these, and also reading through Prima strategy guides of Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X or whatever, and just obsessing over RPG systems and stuff like that. And me and my friends drawing out maps and making our convoluted, crappy little rules for games that we could create together or stuff like that. But I was such a fan of these, and these really got me thinking about making games back in the day. It's not really been something that I've thought about loads and loads as time's gone on. Until kind of recently, where it's discovering this game maker and trying to learn things, coding on that. But these were super fun and super inspirational. Yeah, kind of like a solo D&D sort of thing. Really sick. You loved Choose Your Own Adventure books, loved those. Even found a few Nintendo licenses. There's a Zelda one? There's a Zelda Choose Your Own Adventure book? Because I remember the Goosebumps ones a lot. Give yourself goosebumps. I remember these a lot. I read a bunch of these, which were same sort of gimmick. The give yourself goosebumps, they were just choose your own adventure. But the cool thing about the fighting fantasy Steve Jackson books is they actually had mechanics You know, they actually had like, you know, fighting and stuff like that with the dice rolls, which was really cool. But I was completely unaware of Zelda Choose Your Own Adventure. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, that's so cool. So there's like a bunch of these that Scholastic did for various Nintendo things. So it looked like there was ones for, yeah, so they did one for Oracle of Ages. That's so cool. I assume there's an Oracle of Seasons one as well. There's a Super Mario Advance and a Wario Land 4. Choose Your Own Adventure. That's crazy. I had no idea about these. I don't know if anybody's aware of the... There's a bunch of discourse at the moment on Resident Evil Twitter where people are talking about, oh, there's these people who talk about having played, you know, Resident Evil games, but they've just watched the gameplay on YouTube. They're not true gamers. Does it count to have watched Resident Evil 4 as playing Resident Evil 4? I present the question: does completing the Wario Land 4 Scholastic Choose Your Own Adventure book count as completing Wario Land 4? Is it a comparable experience? It even asks you to keep track of your inventory, e.g. option 1, go to page X, option 2, go to page Y. If you have the sword, then you go to page Z if you cut the rope, or choose the other options if it's still allowed. That's, yeah, they're really similar mechanics that you had in the Steve Jackson Fighting Fantasy books. They had things like that to keep track of inventory. There was some basic stuff of that in the Goosebumps books. Like, you'd occasionally find like a tablet with like a number like 343 on, and then later it's like, oh, if you found the tablet, subtract 200 from it and go to that page. Like, they had those kind of mechanics, which is really cool. But that's sick that they had that in the Nintendo Choose Your Own Adventure books as well. That's sick. I'm gonna have to track down, you know, maybe some like PDFs or something of those books. That is so cool. Nintendo Adventure Books Double Trouble. That's awesome. I had no idea about that. Thank you for telling me about that. That again is one of the reasons I love like yapping and having a conversation with people on stream, is because you start talking about a topic and then somebody dives in just like, oh, but did you know this thing about it? And it's like, dude, I did not know this thing about it. I did not know about the Choose Your Own Adventure Zelda books. That is sick. So here's me busy, you know, reminiscing and having nostalgia over things like freaking Fighting Fantasy, and it's like, no, dude, here's a bit of like, here's a new thing to kind of be nostalgic about as well, because I love these games. I love the Seasons and Ages games. They're made by Capcom, and when Capcom were allowed to make Zelda games, they slapped. So did Minish Cap. These sound dope. Thank you so much for telling me about these. I am very interested in these. I am very, very interested in these. That is so freaking cool. And it looks like it's actually got stuff that's pertaining to the game as well, because it says winning strategies and tips inside. So I'm wondering if the sections of these that double up as like strategy or tips guide for the games on Game Boy Color. Really, really cool. By the way, these two games are really cool. They're two completely different experiences. They're two completely different games. The Game Boy Color games, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. But if you complete one of the games, it gives you like a code at the end. It gives you a password. So then you can essentially go do like a new game plus on the other game. So if you beat Seasons, you can do them in any order you want on the Game Boy Color. So if you beat Seasons first, it'll give you a code. So then when you go play Ages, you can go beat Ages, but then at the end of the game, there's an extra scenario. There's like a true final boss and stuff like that, because you've beat both of the games. It's kind of like in Resident Evil 2. On Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, you had two discs. You had the Leon disc and the Claire disc, and you could play them in either order you wanted. And if you played the Leon campaign first, you could continue that save over as like a new game plus to the Claire campaign. And then when you did the Claire campaign, it was slightly remixed, so you did different bosses and things, so you weren't retreading everything that Leon did. Also, items would be missing. If you took the shotgun as Leon, for example, it's not there for Claire. So there's kind of like a planning of what items you might take for each run. And then they refer to it as an A and B scenario. So whoever you do for A, there's stuff missing for B. And the B campaign is actually at the end of it has like a true final boss and stuff like that. Really cool. So they kind of had a thing like that with Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons for the Game Boy Color. There was kind of a misconception that it was like a Pokemon Red and Blue thing where it was essentially the same game. They were different games. There were different storylines, different puzzles, different bosses, different maps, different weaponry. It was like there were two completely different games. But they did have that connectivity of it having like a true final boss if you played them back to back, which was something really, really cool about them. But I had no idea about these Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I'm going to be looking into them. And I love this artwork here. Like, I love this freaking tree and stuff like that. Thank you a lot for telling me about that. I'm super interested in that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Remember, this game's so cool. Newest handheld Zelda game you've played, though, is Link's Awakening. Yeah, Link's Awakening. Great. Well, you say the newest Zelda handheld game. That's the OG Zelda handheld game. That's the first one. That's the first one. If we're discounting things like fricking Oh, hello, sub to Rex. Thank you very much. Thank you for the little doodles. Thank you for the little doodles, Crystal Lynn. Unless we're counting the fricking you know, like Game & Watch and the like Tiger LCD games and stuff like that. Those like Tiger Electronics LCD games. They're pretty fun. They weren't. They sucked, but they were fun because we were kids. But yeah, Link's Awakening was the OG one. Of course, they did the deluxe version on the frickin' Game Boy Color, and then a remake on the Switch. Oh my god! Now we're yapping on about Zelda. Espresso, hello. Welcome into the stream. I made a bad menu. I made a bad menu today. I achieved creating a bad menu. Very good, very good. You had a Sonic one. Let's fricking go. Let's fricking go. Yeah, dude. All those. I need to make sure I save that project, dude. I do not want to lose my progress there. Because I was trundling along there. Boing. Boing, boing, boing. I'm sure I want to exit. I saved. I did save. You had a Sonic the Hedgehog one. I can make a new page. I will make a new page for the next stream. Because you can add new pages and which ones get like focused on the screen and whatever, you know. We are going to play some more games now, though. Yeah, those Tiger LCD ones. The one I spent the most time with, my best friend, I had a Power Rangers one. It was like a side-scrolling Power Rangers game. It was basically like, you know, like Streets of Rage or like Final Fight or something like that. So it was like side-scrolling along. And you're the Power Rangers and you'd go along and you beat people up. I had a Power Rangers one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, MMPR. I had one of those that I spent a lot of time with. And I also spent a lot of time with it was like a Star Wars Phantom Menace one, which it actually had this huge toy of like a destroyer droid on the top, which are those dudes that rolled into the balls, the droidicas, right? And this was like it was basically like a vertical shooter kind of. So you had like destroyer droids would be descending, and you, I guess, were like a Jedi or something on the bottom, and you'd move side to side and you have to fight them and take them out. They're the ones I played quite a lot when it comes to those like LCD games. I think they were both Tiger Electronics. Oh, Tiger Electronics died. Have they died a death? Is that not a thing anymore? Tiger Electronics. Actually, I want to bookmark this page I was using because it's kind of freaking useful. Tiger Electronics. I feel they're dead, right? No, Tiger Electronics is an American toy manufacturer. Toy manufacturer. Oh, it's a subsidiary of Hasbro now. Okay, got bought up by Hasbro. Okay. Oh, Furby. Furby was Tiger Electronics as well. Furby was also Tiger Electronics. There we go. Okay. I could be yammering on about Tiger Electronics. I've just said Tiger Electronics like 10 freaking times in the sentence. Okay. Alright. Alright. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Just tweak things real quick over here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do. Cool. Alright. I'm actually, dude, I am like, I'm very excited about learning about those Zelda Choose Your Own Adventure books. And I really like stuff like that, man. I really like stuff like that. I'm probably a little bit too old for scholastic books, but I don't freaking care, man. I was reading, they did like some FNAF ones recently. They did like some freaking FNAF Choose Your Own Adventure books, and like... I was reading those. I don't freaking care. Here we go. Cool. Alright. Grab this over here. Alright. It's time to ride frickin' trains! It's time to ride trains! Okay, getting a little too giddy on it. Dude, I feel like I achieved a lot of stuff today. And like it's a Saturday, and I got like a lot of really productive and a lot of like work stuff today. On a you know, and when I get some of like the extra kind of bulk of stuff done on a Saturday, I don't know, I think it gives me good momentum. I roll my eyes, but on the other hand, if kids get kids reading, is a good thing. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like we've definitely like consumed some like absolute. Well, I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself only, but definitely like partaked in a bunch of like reading schlop or or whatever as like a kid, and yeah, and like. Okay, maybe it's not the biggest literary masterpiece on the planet or whatever, but yeah, like you're saying, if it just like gets kids reading and it gets you doing stuff like that, it's a net positive. I'm always for the mindset that like, because I see this a lot with I see this a lot with stuff like exercising and stuff like that. People start criticizing people on not doing like really specific things and stuff like this, and like, oh, this is not optimal, this is not whatever, but like. The best thing is always something. You know what I mean? The best thing is always something. Like, you gotta be, like, bad at something. You gotta be doing something low quality. You've gotta be doing something that's, like, not, optimal and ideal. And making that something a routine and you do regularly, and then it has the possibility of growing into something great. To, like, criticize some, like, kids or whatever for reading some books that are a bit schlocky or a bit whatever, and, maybe not getting the most out of them, is, like, at least they're reading. At least they're doing something. Was I reading ahead of my age as a kid? I think yes and no. I was definitely reading some stuff that was like really, really childish. I was definitely reading some stuff that was like a bit lower than me, but then I was also reading some stuff that was like I was reading... Like, I was reading a lot of those, like, kind of, like, like Ferret's talking about there, like, I wish those Halo and StarCraft novels back in the day. I was reading a lot of the, like, the Star Wars novels, like, the ones that were, like, 350-page... I'm not saying they're literary masterpieces or anything like that, right? But there's like 350-page like Star Wars, trade paperback novels and stuff like that, that were like published for like adult nerds. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was reading a lot of those like from a pretty young age. So like a lot of that kind of stuff, you know. And I did read like, you know, I did read like some of those like, was it called like Fall of Reach and stuff like that? Those like original, it was like Halo the Flood, Halo Fall of Reach, like those like OG like 3 or 4 like Halo trade paperback novels. I was reading those kind of books as well. But yeah. Let's hop into a freaking story mode here.
Gordon and the troublesome trucks.
Oh my god, Diesel's back.
Is an important part of keeping the railway running safely. Tracks need to be fixed and points must be mended to ensure the safety of people and danger. Early one morning, Sir Topham has arrived at Ticket Sheds to make an important announcement. Some maintenance work is being
Yours. What sort of stuff were you reading, Fireball?
and Kelsthorpe Road. So I've decided it would be safer for all of you if we close that part of the line until the work is complete. This means that many of you will have to do different jobs, so we can keep things running smooth. But I'm sure you will all manage. Thomas and Emily, please look after the passengers.
Let me have a look
and
at what
make
those
sure
Halo
they
books
can
were.
still reach their destinations without confusion or delay. Yes, sir, replied the engines.
The Fall of Reach, The Flood, First Strike, Ghosts of Onyx. Oh, I don't think I read Ghosts of Onyx. I think I read those first 3 books.
Then Sir Topham had turned to Gordon.
That's referred to as the original series.
Job for you too, Gordon, he said. The workmen need some supplies delivered to the worksite. So whilst the other engines are busy...
Yeah, so the first 3 books, the first one was like a prequel to the first game, then there was like a, you know, like a novelization expanded version of the game. And then there was a book that was set between 1 and 2.
Whilst the work is being carried out.
I read those 3 books, those 3 novels.
It's just not safe. Cancel? But sir, you can't cancel the express. It's the most important service on the island, and far more important than delivering some trucks. Now, Gordon, I know how much...
Don't send Gordon off the express, man.
It's far more important right now that we get the line repaired as soon as we can. You can go back to pulling the express once the work has been completed.
Halo the Flood novelization of Combat Evolved where the guy played on easy mode, because that's the only one with a shotgun.
With that,
Is there not a shotgun in Halo? Unless you played on easy mode?
Sir Topham had thinking.
Is that true?
Me take dirty trucks from dirty sidings.
Because that is very interesting if true.
Railway keeps running smoothly, and that all of the passengers can reach their destinations on
I had no
time,
freaking idea.
said Emily. We all need to make the most of this time while repairs are being carried out. And besides, Sir Topham had us giving
Your first ever book where you're like, I really liked it was the dictionary.
like you would appreciate.
It's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious.
Friends are just not suitable for a grand engine like me, Gordon went on. It wouldn't be dignified. That's enough, Gordon, said his fireman. Come on now. The workmen are expecting these trucks to be delivered, and we don't want to delay things any further.
Oh, Rex Music Stalin, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The sooner we get this job over with, the sooner I can be back.
No, thank you. I meant to turn that off a long time ago. Thank you for telling me, Fireball. Thank you for telling me. Appreciate that. Always appreciate stuff like that. No, but I will say stuff like, you know, this conversation about, like, all these sorts of, you know, like, licensed novels and reading and stuff like that. I think one of the reasons I've been so interested in you know, checking out like the novels of Warhammer 40k and stuff like that is I really want to sort of like, it feels kind of nostalgic of that era for me to like read stuff like that and get myself absorbed in a, you know, like a fantasy world and stuff like that through reading. You know, because as I was saying, when I was a kid, I used to devour those things. Like it was mainly the Star Wars novels, you know, stuff like the Rogue Squadron series and the New Jedi Order and all these sorts of things. And of course, there was other kind of things I did dip my toes in. I was a kid who read Lord of the Rings, you know, all those sorts of things. Those fighting fantasy books I was talking about, sure. Those first 3 Halo novels, you know, Fall of Reach, The Flood. I've forgotten what the name of the third one was again. And yeah, I kind of miss that stuff, and I miss reading. And I know this is like a me problem, and I know this is, you know, something I need to rectify myself. But I think it's become so easy to get storytelling and stuff like that from, you know, whether it's like shorts or whether it's just like binging TV and anime and stuff like that, which which is good. I like all those kind of things. Well, maybe not shorts, but you know, I like watching TV. I like watching movies and stuff like that. But I think I've got like quite lazy with my reading, you know. And there's something really, really special that you only get from reading. And a lot of you guys who hang out here, like, you know, I like comic books and stuff like that. Comic books are wonderful and stuff like that. But there's a difference between, like, you know, full-on comic books and actually getting yourself into novels and stuff like that. So that's why, you know, we've been playing, you know, some Warhammer stuff recently. Oh no! Stop train. You know, playing like the 40k game, the Space Marine 2 and all that kind of thing. But it's like I want to dive into worlds like that. And sometimes it's like a little bit intimidating. It's not just that the world has changed. Videos are a lot easier to watch now. There wasn't the 90s or in a decade, to be honest. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is like, you wouldn't sit there and play on your phone, would you? You wouldn't sit that. You wouldn't sit there and play on your phone for like mindless entertainment. You'd be like, oh, dude, let's like, you know, read a bit of Halo Ghost of Onyx or whatever, or, you know, that kind of thing. You wouldn't just jump on Halo Wiki to get your fix of Halo information. You wouldn't watch a Halo lore video. You'd go read these books. Yeah, the world has changed, but I don't want the change to force me, the world to force its changes on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to enjoy these things the way I had before, and I don't think that's just me being nostalgic and trying to, you know, capture the happiness of my youth, because I would say my adulthood is also happy, you know. But I just feel that's something that I've lost, which was very, very cool and very, very interesting. Buying books and reading books are different hobbies. Yes, I agree with that. I know a lot of people who have very, very expansive bookshelves, and a lot of those books have gone very unread. A lot of those books have gone very, very unread, and they just kind of sit there. You would play Elder Scrolls on your phone. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Just sit there and that kind of thing. So, as I said, I've been reading this Eisenhorn book. It's a trilogy of books. I think he's called Dan Abbott or something, the guy who writes them. I've been reading this Eisenhorn Warhammer 40k novel, and I think I'm gonna be done with it sooner rather than later, because I've been churning through chapters and really, really enjoying it. And it's just like a fun detective story with like good POV characters to kind of help introduce elements of the Warhammer 40k world to me, because I don't know a ton about it, you know. And I've been really enjoying it, and I think, yeah, it's just a different type of entertainment that I think is really, really positive that comes from reading. And I like the idea of also just like improving my vocabulary and being able to speak better and all those kind of things. And sure, I read other things, like I'll read like news articles and I read comic books and stuff like that. But
Gordon was
yeah,
still sulking when he arrived.
quite excited to get back into reading. Quite excited. And it's really interesting hearing the types of books that other people you know, used to be into or still into, or stuff that kind of like captures their imagination. Like I am like really interested in hearing those things. And again, that's one of the really fun things for me about streaming. It's just like, this isn't just like a thought or idea in my head. I just start yapping along with it with some other people, and they tell me what's up. But yeah, I'm considering The Witcher. I'm considering the Witcher books. Maybe they'd interest me. I did read some of Mistborn like a year ago. I liked that. I read these dragon books called Fourth Wing. I didn't love those. But yeah, just kind of looking for things that excite me and get me, you know, kind of interested and stuff like that. And yeah, having other people to talk about them with and like community and stuff is always just like, that's always just super fun. That's always super fun. But let's get freaking Gordon on the way now. let's get Gordon on the way. Chugga. Yeah, on the Nokia N-Gage. Elder Scrolls on the Nokia N-Gage. I can't remember what that game's called. Elder Scrolls. I will say about Elder Scrolls mobile games. There's like this Elder Scrolls like mobile game called Elder Scrolls Blades. I think it's really aggressive with like microtransactions and stuff like that. But they're sunsetting the game. The game shuts down in June. They're shutting the game down until June. Until then, all of the premium currency is free. So I was considering downloading it and blasting through it, because like you've got all the freemium currency just like there. And I'm wondering if you could just like blast through the story in like 3 hours or something. I was kind of curious. Somehow online academia community killed your interest in reading physical books. Really? I feel there's a lot of kind of like biographies you'd quite like, Pepe. You know, like stuff about like, you know, like stuff about like different artists and communities or skaters or stuff like that. I think there's quite a lot of like cool books for stuff like that that might sort of interest you. Stormhold, Dawnstar, Shadowgate, and mobile version of Oblivion. But the mobile version of Oblivion never got released, right? That never got released. I believe like there's leaked betas and stuff of that online. Like I watched a video on somebody had a build of the PSP version of Oblivion. That was fascinating. That was really, really fascinating. There was like a PSP build they were making of Oblivion. And I think there's like, you know, like a 4-hour beta or something of like that online. Really interesting. That was really, really interesting. Come on, Gordon. Come on, Gordon. Toot, toot. Toot, toot. Look at him. Gordon, man. Chin up. Chin up, lad. Yeah, no, tweets don't count as reading. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Val. In my eyes, like I think reading stuff on wikis is a stretch as well. I feel that's also kind of a stretch for reading stuff. Obviously, it's massively above reading tweets. We do not read tweets. But yeah, I'm glad this kind of like this Warhammer book's kind of like captured my imagination a bit, and I'm having fun reading it. I did see a bunch of comments of people saying stuff online of something that's like, someone was saying like a really positive thing about Warhammer 40,000 is it actually gets a lot of people reading. Like there's actually like a lot of the player base, like they want to know more about Warhammer 40,000 and stuff like that. So, you know, how do you do that? You read the novels, you read the books and stuff like that. And it's like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool how your nerdy tabletop game can get people into reading books and stuff like that. I was like, that's pretty damn cool, actually. I do wonder if things like the upcoming, you know, live-action Amazon show will have a bit of a negative effect there, because instead of reading the books, people will just watch their, 13 episodes of streaming schlop. But as things stand right now, I do think that's pretty cool, as that gets people reading. And I'm not saying that is, as I said, Mr. Bookman, I have not been reading, but I'm trying to get back into it. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. I will check it later, Crystal. I usually change them over in between streams when they're kind of when they fill up. Because I have to go through a bunch of settings and I have to change things and stuff like that, and I don't do stuff like that when I'm streaming, because right now I'm like playing the game and having the conversation with people and stuff like that. Look at Gordon, but I will definitely change it over. Look at his face, man. Should we speed up? Speed up a little. Speed up a little bit. Glug, glug, glug. How do I whistle again? Oh, there we go. Toot, toot. Toot, toot. It seems to go through cycles, Val. Like, sometimes they seem to, like, have, like, a bunch of ads, and then there's just nothing, and then they have a bunch. I don't know. I don't know whether it's, like, sometimes they can't secure sponsorships, or I don't know. But it seems to kind of, like, they seem to come and go. Toot, toot. The relaxing life on the railway. Out on the railway. Out on the railway. I like the face he makes when I toot the horn. I whistle. Go, hold on, go. There we go, lad. Top lad. Top lad. Oh. Oh no, let's just go. Just go through the track. Yeah, cool. Track. Like comic chameleon. Comic chameleon. Lad. Go on. Would you like to live on the island where with the sentient trains? The sentient trains. Go. Dude, they opened a speaking of like kids cartoons and kids stuff. They opened a like Alton Towers is like this theme park in the UK. And today they opened up the Bluey roller coaster. And they've posted on, because there's like a load of like adult Bluey fans and all this kind of thing. You know, the Australian thing with the dog, the blue dog that's a square. And they've posted all this stuff on social media like, oh, like, please be considerate in the morning of like the children who want to go on the new Bluey ride. And I've seen photos of the Alton Towers, the theme park today, and the Bluey ride. I think it has a 4-hour queue. There's a 4-hour queue for people who want to go on the little Bluey roller coaster. Crazy. Actually nuts. Have you seen the theory that Sodor is purgatory? I've not. But I don't subscribe to that theory. I think Sodor is great. Okay, Crystal, take care. Take care of yourself. Everything's purgatory though, isn't it? It's always like Ash is in a coma, Sodor is purgatory. The Pokemon are his coping mechanism, you know, all that kind of, it's always that, isn't it? Jake the dog isn't real and Finn has cancer in a hospital. Hey Arthur has a brain tumor. Like, the Rugrats are all dead and Angelica's gone crazy. It's always this, isn't it? It's always the theory. The cat. Don't look up the cat dog third hole theory though. That's disgusting. Don't look up the cat dog third hole theory. That one's bad. Hi Rex, what is this game? This is Thomas the Tank Engine Wonders of Sodor. Don't you know? This is Thomas the frickin' Tank Engine. Let's speed this up. Gordon, go faster. Go faster, Gordon. Go, go, go. Go, go, Gordon. Got this, lad. Bro's going fast. Actually, bro's going fast. We're going kind of fast. My vibration's kind of going a bit nuts. And they put coal in the firebox that are heating up organs, probably. Probably. You're missing out, deep breath. You're missing out on Thomas action. Look at him go. Look at Gordon trundle along. What is the cat dog third hole theory? About where they poo from. It's about where cat dog poops. It's about where cat dog poops.
Soon, Gordon reached the bottom of the hill. As he started to climb, he noticed the train felt heavier and realized the trucks had started.
Oh crap, they're gonna make us go fast.
Hold back, they cried.
It is. Oh, this is Gordon's hill, right? Got this. Freaking got this. Cat the hole. Cat the hole. Cat the hole. You're concerned now. I didn't. That's what I said. I said you didn't want to know about it, dude. I understand you're concerned now. You know about the cat dog third hole theory, but I told you. For your mental health, do not search for the cat dog third hole theory. It'll bring you nothing but pain. The lag comes screen is very displeasing. If you want to be quicker, dude, you gotta hop on Twitch. You gotta hop over to Twitch if you want to be quicker.
Gordon struggled on.
Gordon did it. Let's go,
Finally
Gordon.
managed to reach the top of the hill.
You're a lad, Gordon. Absolute machine.
On, faster, cried the trucks, and they surged forward, pushing Gordon down.
Oh,
the
Gordon!
hill.
Look at his face, dude. Look at his face.
Whoa, please.
Dude is concerned.
Cried Gordon in alarm.
Bro is concerned. Stop train before you crash. Okay. Stop train before I crash. Oh no, Gordon. Do I have time? I may have been going quite fast. I've got 0.8 miles to try and reach a stop. Bro knows doom is coming. I think we good, right? We're good. It's free deep breath. You don't have to do anything. You just click on the website. But whatever you want to do, I'm just offering you a solution, you know? If the lag is bothering you a lot, the solution would be to go over to Twitch. If you don't want to go over to Twitch, it's fine, but you're gonna have to lag. All up to you. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Off he trots. Off he goes. Take that, troublesome trucks. Hey, look at these guys trying to cause mischief. Look at this guy. This evil guy. These fellas. Like he's barring the spectre in my door tomorrow. Here. Not at my precious door. I'd like it if I had one of those doors from Monsters Inc. Big brain move from Fireball. Yeah, true. True. Fireball's got the solution. Why are you so shocked? We're going at like 13 miles per hour. Like, it's fine, bruh. Everything's fine. Do you mean stop? Do you want me to stop it there? Where do you want me to stop it? Do I just stop anywhere?
Well done, driver. You stopped the trucks. I'll have no more trouble from you trucks, said Gordon firmly. We have got these goods to deliver.
You always have to spoil the fun.
Dude, these guys are cretins. Stop at location as indicated. Chugga, 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 chugga. To be fair, they are the troublesome trucks. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, I'll have to organize a day. Pick a day we can do that. Yeah, I'll see what works for people and pick another day because yeah, that was fun, Val. I do want to go back to that game. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Cool. We good.
Gordon soon arrived at the worksite, and the workmen were pleased to see him. Thank you for bringing these supplies, Gordon, said a workman. Now we can finish up these repairs. You're most welcome, puffed Gordon proudly. And with that, Gordon headed back to the sheds to tell the other engines about his truck-filled day.
Truck-filled day. Emily and the Express, okay. Cargo distribution, please, I beg. What do you mean by that? As in, that would just be like an intention, or is that like a game mode or something?
Emily and the Express.
It's just like an intention to
Meanwhile,
be like
at Kelso,
working on
Emily was pulling a goods train and had to stop
building
at a
out
signal
cargo distribution.
when the station master walked up.
Deep breath, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Deep breaths dropped in.
Gordon has broken
See,
down,
everything's possible.
he told her.
Everything's
If you believe
possible,
your
dude.
truck's here, then go and find him and pull
You've
the
appeared
express.
on the other side.
Me? Pull the express? Yes, sir, she said excitedly.
Anything is possible.
And with
Everything
that,
is possible.
Emily
Exactly.
went off to uncouple her truck
Exactly.
before setting off to find Gordon.
Yeah, we gotta go. Oh, wait. I want to change camera. There we go. Like flying. I believe I can fly. We go? Okay, cool. I believe I can touch the sky. I would not recommend Deep and Glitch. It's an option that means you can't just take passenger stuff anywhere you want, but they actually have a set destination. Sounds complicated. So what do? You have to like every individual passenger has like an intention of where they want to go. How do you manage that? So our first time playing as Emily. Emily's a babe. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, okay. What are we doing? Are we collecting the trucks? Unlike OpenTTD, where you can just take passengers wherever and they'll pay whatever the cost is, the more distance traveled, the more profit. Yeah, see, that. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? Just have them spinning around in circles. And it's distance rather than display? Is it distance or displacement? Like, can I just have them spiraling around in a circle? Or does that not work? Is it how much distance they've traveled or how much displacement? Yes, that is facts. Deep breath. When we hit 1,000 followers, we will do the second Rex 24-hour live stream. Uh-oh.
Deep_67 is now following.
We died. We got wrecked. Surf top map that says avoid confusion delays. Okay. Wait, I need to. There we go. That was because of you following. That was totally because of you following. Calculate on a straight line distance from departure to destination. You take an official. Okay, yeah, so it's displacement. Gotcha. It's how much you've dissed from the place. That makes sense. I would have expected it was that fireball. I would have expected it was that. No, don't be sorry, deep breath. Do whatever you want. You have free will. As we say, you have free will. Oh, they also pound speed, not just distance. Well, that makes sense. That's like... makes sense. Uh-oh. Oh, we good. Less than 5, less than 5, less than 5. We're good. We're good. Easy. You're kidding? No, oh, because we're not like, we're like an inch away. Okay. Did I successfully uncouple from this troublesome truck? Rebel hearts are like Rex bucks. You can spend them on things. Some people have like 20 million of them. Emily, let's go. Rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. Ho, ho. Many things can happen. Many things will happen. It's like the opposite of that nothing happens meme. Things happen. It's worth more than Bitcoin. Chugga, 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 chugga. I saw this video online, and it was like, oh, you can go back in time and you can say 3 words to like yourself in the like when you were like 15 years old or something like that. And I was thinking, would the best thing to say be like, buy Bitcoin now? That's what I was thinking, like the 3 words. Is that what I would say? Would it be like buy Bitcoin now, or like buy Bitcoin hold, or something like that? The premise of the thought experiment was you go back in time and you can say 3 words to you. And I feel I would say buy Bitcoin now. I feel that's the move, or buy Bitcoin hold. And I think I would understand that enough to like act on it. Because I think there's some things that's like, what can you actually say and communicate within like 3 words? But I think that's what I would say. How'd you get more Rebel Hearts? By existing. Just got to exist. Need freed Doom Gamer for playing Thomas the Tank Engine, not playing Doom. You're 15, some of the points of Bitcoin. I can't remember what the exact specifics were of it, Val. I can't remember what the specifics were. What up? What up is we're playing Thomas Tank Engine. What we're playing is Emily right now. W. Emily. Do enjoy trains. The pain of trains. I hope we don't suddenly get a stop signal, because I'm going quite fast. If that happens, I am not exactly in a good position. Not exactly though. Oh, here's Fireball with the stats. 10 minutes for every 10 points for every 5 minutes of watching, 300 points if you
Need
stay for
Freedom
3
Gamer
minutes
is
stream,
now
and
following.
bonuses for watching 3+ streams in a row. Basically, just keep watching the stream, exactly. Thank you for following. Need Freed Doom Gamer. Welcome on in. Dude, thank you for all these people stopping by, following, saying hello. It's freaking cool. Number go up is very satisfying. Number go up is very satisfying. And more people to talk to, dude. If you're 15 early 2000s, then yeah, absolutely, that'll be pennies for a whole lot, but 9 times 9. Well, when would it still not be like if you managed to buy Bitcoin in, like, I don't know, for example, like 2010 or something like that? Would 2010 not have still been pretty damn good? I feel it would have, no? Got more collectibles while they're cheap. Emily. You got 3 words, though. Is Crow's part, it's still not too late to invest now, and they're probably still profit by the year 2030. I mean, you're probably right, Fireball. I think you've got a really, quite likely. It's still a general trend, but I think, okay. Here's the thing though. On that, Fireball. I think that's just like everything, though, right? Like every sort of like investment is slowly going up and compounding. But I guess the thing for the kind of Bitcoin example I'm giving is you've got that initial like explosion, right? You're probably still going to profit by the year 2030, but you're still going to probably profit if you just invested in steel or Apple, or do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Amazon. Yeah, the subscription deep breath is on Twitch. There's a thing called subscription, where you can pay like a few bucks and you get it takes away the adverts, so it's like that. I think it might be better invest in some Starved to Explode in the past few years. Right, Netflix or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Well, that's not the past few years, but you know what I mean. Is that Thomas? Thomas? Oh no, that's Gordon. Gordon, why are you so pissed? Why are you so pissed, Gordon? Alright, see ya. See ya. Chill. Off we go. Oh, hello, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, we got a. Oh no! 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 We failed. 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 Not paying attention. Pumpkin, we were playing this game over the weekend called No, it's not the freaking weekend. We were playing this game a couple days ago called Are you peeing and doing me? Yeah, you're peeing and doing me. One couple. Oh, I'm foolish. Okay, we were playing this game over the past couple days called Cassette Beasts. And there was some very cool little pumpkin monster that showed up, and it made me think of you. Also, I don't know if this got communicated to you, Pumpkin. I don't know if you were here for when we've talked about this on the stream, but you know how Toxix had a Pokemon called Pebble in that Pokemon Gold Nuzlocke? They evolved Pebble into a golem by using a trick I told them about. It's a little trick. So Toxic evolved Pebble into the third Pebble form. Plebble. Don't call people a pleb. A plebite. Don't call people a pleb. Look at her go, man! High speed octane action. Pebble gold. It has been communicated to you. Good. I thought it had been, but I was just checking. Was just making sure. It's kind of going fast. Are we gonna pass the speed limit? I think the speed limit's like 75. But maybe that's where she kind of like maxes out at. Let's see. I'm worried about going on this corner and just kind of like the slight curvature causing her to shoot off. This is high octane action, huh? Absolute high octane action. I will say, talking about that wisdom, I'm really intrigued about that stuff. That Fireball was suggesting that there's like e-reader emulation or something like that. I want to look at that. I'm really interested to look at that. Okay, where is Kilding Station? Not for a while, right? Maybe. Okay, maybe. Oh, I might have been too ambitious here. I'm way too ambitious. Oh no, we good. Slow down, Emily. I think I might just be passing through this station. No, I'm stopping at it. Yeah, let's go slow. Slow and steady, Emily. Ems. I do like the name. Trundle, trundle. Go. Go, go, go. Even 3 miles, it's still a decent amount. Probably reducing the brakes a little bit prematurely there. That's a big wheel. That's a massive wheel in the middle. Older but bolder. Older but bolder. It's weird how they're like a being. Like, she's like a thing. But, like, she requires a driver. It's interesting. The villain, like the villainous train in Thomas, Diesel, like the evil train, they've never shown his driver. Like, we don't know who's actually driving him. Because whoever is driving him must be complicit in his evil schemes. If you stop and think about it. Because they without a driver, they can't really do stuff. Deep Breath, thank you for hanging out. I hope you're a bit less, you're a bit satisfied with the reduced delay time. I hope that is satisfied you. I hope you're happy about that. Hope we'll see you again soon. Her face. Yeah, how close are we? 0.7 miles. Yeah, I've reduced my speed here very prematurely. Very, very prematurely. Better safe than sorry. Like, would you rather be sorry or safe? I would rather be safe. Yeah. It kind of looks like a banana here. Good old this coal, man. What do you guys think of coal? Coal's become like a people keep referring to things as coal now, don't they? Like, if something sucks, they refer to it as coal. Have you seen this? Or they're like, this is like the biggest, like, they're like, oh, that's coal, that's coal. Have you seen this? Coal or gem? Oh, is that what it is? Thank you, Pumpkin. Ah, thank you. That makes loads of sense. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's coal or gem. Okay. Gem alert. Thank you so much. I thought it was just like, I don't know, I thought it was some like real like convoluted thing of like, you know, if you're bad at Christmas, like Santa Claus brings you coal, like, I don't know, I thought it was something like that. Coal or gem. I appreciate that. Coal or gem. Gem alert, gem alert. So I finally know the true meaning of the coal meme. Finally get it. Whistle, okay. Oh no, that's the stop signal. It's still 1.2 miles. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm just communicating with beautiful people. Shahat. Rum, rum, rum. The cost of engine days, I'd love to get cold fruit standard. Actually, true. Actually, legit. Lionel, greetings again. Hello there, Lionel. Back into the S stream. Yeah, we got this. We got this. We got this. Happy back there? She happy. Yeah, we're gonna slow down quite a bit. We don't have to do any dangerous crossing through any signals now, do we? Is it all 4chan slang? I do not understand that, Val. What do you mean by that? Feel your fries with jam donuts? You're far too kind-hearted for 4chan though, Pumpkin, no? You're far too kind-hearted for schlop like that. But it does get, yeah, it does get exported. Yeah, it does get it. You're right, it does get exported. Sure. I feel you. This is Gordon. Hello, Gordon. I just sped past you last time. All these poor passengers on the express, they're going nowhere. Gordon, get your act together, man. Get your freaking act together. They quietly spread their ideas through slang. Is that what they're doing? Is it a psyop? Is 4chan a psyop? They have all their ideas and their ideologies and their agendas, and they're quietly spreading their ideas through slang. We just think we're saying coal and gem alert for fun, but they're really propagating their insidious ideas to us. Better watch out. Better watch out for those 4chan ideas infiltrating our day-to-day lives, no? Jam donuts cost less than a penny. They can burn decently well. So, a bunch of post people are burning jam donuts for heating because wood's expensive. That's nuts. That's crazy. They cost less than a penny. You wouldn't know anything about looks maxing if the slang hadn't infiltrated mainstream. Nobody would know anything about it. Nobody would stumble into it. He got arrested, no, right? Clavicula. Did he like attack an alligator or something? I don't look at this information correctly, so it like, cause I don't like, you know what I mean, like. I get your point, Pumpkin. Like, it's sad. It is sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. And I do think honestly, I think that's a very positive quality of you if you are like able to, you know, because I think it would be very easy to like write off someone like that and it's like, oh well, he's rich and famous, so, you know, he doesn't deserve any like empathy or humanity or anything like that. So I honestly think that's a very positive thing, that you could look at that guy and go like, that's a lot of like, I see a lot of like insecurity and unresolved things and stuff like that. You know, kind of sympathy to that. Like, I think that's a. I think that it's positive that you can think that way. For real. Do I have to be in the... my face has to be in the blue bit. Oh, so we gotta go save Gordon. Let's go save Gordon. Hold on. Actually, we could murder Gordon. We could cause a very big crash here. I could do it. I'm going to assume that was a checkpoint, and I'm going to do a very big crash here. Because I want to. They freaking want to. I'm coming, Gordon! Death to Gordon! Life or death to Berry Boy! Death to Berry Boy! No, life to Berry Boy! Perish, Gordon. Okay. I've noticed a pattern in myself. The lol cows I watch all remind me of someone I've had the displeasure of being forced to live with. Oh my. Well, they're all like, they're like the extreme of like an archetype, aren't they, Fireball? they are like the extreme of like a whoa 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 whoa. Sorry. Yeah. And to be fair, also at the same time, is like, you know, I mean, I'm gonna speak for myself here. I'm very like, you know, weirdo adjacent. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, as a consequence, like, you know, I'm kind of strange. I'm kind of a bit off kilter. I'm a little bit extreme in some regards. So, you know, people I've been around as well are gonna sort of, you know, fit similar sort of things at times, and maybe be a little bit strange and stuff as well, in their own ways. That guy had a tip for me before, but if I just stop and wait, will it be fine? I think it'll be fine. The guy told me before, I think it was C. It had that, like, Tunutsko the Railway Cat or something came in, like, on stream, like, a week and a half ago. I think if he told me I hit C, it can speed up these transitions. Where is C on the key? Oh, it was not C. He did tell me something. Just gonna run my finger across the keys. Oh! Not that. Q. There we go. DSP's cracks are Perry, Varela. To a certain extent, LTG. These are the ones who watch every day. Don't do it every day. Don't do it every day. You upgraded cavalry to tank. Who did you pick, Val? Who are you playing as on Civilization right now? Which civilization did you choose? Are they being civil? I hope they're being civil. I certainly hope they're being civil. Make sure everybody's being civil, okay? Civil faulty. Back we go. Not too fast again. No. Got time. Gordon. No more death to Gordon. Perfect. No, not perfect. 6 is too fast. It needs to be below 5. Steady, does it? Gator with a handgun. Okay, that's what it was, right.
Hello, Gordon.
I mean, for me... Okay, so you're saying Clavicular shot a gator with a handgun. I did see a video about that. Even if the gator was already dead, what he did was still legal. Such a laws in Florida. I mean, to be fair... Right, I mean, like, I'm very not, like, gun-pilled, because, like, I live in Europe and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? So for me, just, like, the idea of just, like, people shooting guns and stuff like that, it just inherently seems unsafe to me. You can say whatever to that, of, like, you don't know, because, like, you're uneducated and stuff like that, and, like, fair enough, I don't know, I'm not educated, but that's how I feel, right? Based on my life, my experience, yada yada yada. The idea of somebody like shooting just like a dead animal with a gun, you know, or a live animal with a gun, it just seems like generally unsafe to me and kind of unhinged. And I would be a fan of the rule where people just can't, like, I don't know the scenario, I don't know the location, I don't know where this was happening, but you know, based on, like, the tiny clip I saw, he was, like, on a boat or something. And the idea of, like, somebody just being, like, on a boat in the swamp and, like, shooting things with their gun, it seems unsafe to me. Do you know what I mean? But again, that's the context of why I think that way. You know? I don't want to summon the gun furries. You've been locked in a war with your neighbors for over 200 turns, and you're paying everyone to go to war with them. You won't live their towns. Gordon's grumpy. He's getting pulled along here. Gordon's not happy. Gordon, we can't always be happy. We can't always be freaking happy. Not everything's always going to go our way, sir. I do like you, though, Gordon. I think you're a very impressive steam engine. I think you're very, very impressive. Go, go, go! So the limit is 65, I think. Yeah, I love this big wheel. I'm very impressed by it. Oh, that was some serious slowdown. Some serious freaking slowdown. All across the Isles. That's a nice shot, look at that! Well, the slowdown kind of ruined it, but... Oh, we're probably going to want to slow down, aren't we? Yeah, I may have goofed up. I have goofed up, right? There's a chance, 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 there's a chance. Oh, we're good, we're good. We're bored, oh, we're bored, like, bored. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Go. Go. Anyone who's joined us, who might have joined the chat like a bit later in the stream, okay, we're having this conversation earlier, which I was quite enjoying, where we were talking about like sort of like nerdy fantasy books and stuff like that. You know you might have been reading as a kid. I mean, we started off talking about like choose your own adventure books. We're talking about like fighting fantasy and all those sorts of things. Then we ended up talking about like. I started reading some like Warhammer 40,000 books, and I used to read a lot of these like Star Wars books as a kid, like Rogue Squadron, New Jedi Order, and what's he doing on the tracks? And all these kind of things. So I'm kind of curious though if anybody has any sort of like fantasy or sci-fi or any of these sorts of things, like books that they used to enjoy a lot in the past, or they read now still, or any of that kind of thing. Because I did enjoy kind of talking about that with people. Get off the train. Get out of here. Passengers, passengers. Didn't get more. Where are they going? What is the population size of this island? There we go. Choo-choo. Yeah, this makes me very sort of like, oh no, Gordon's a little bit more cheerful now. A little bit happier. Yeah, mustn't really feel great about this, to be honest. He mustn't feel the best. Kind of emasculated. That's the word I was looking for. The situation's a little bit emasculated, I suppose. Oh, now he's sad again. It's just like, he just looks like he's done with everything that's happening. He just looks like fed up and just like totally done with the situation. This freaking job for him. It's good they enjoy working. It's good that the trains enjoy working. They take joy from it. Okay, off we drop. Off we rocket. Forgetting to do a run of the world leaders to make sure they're worth their enemy, remembering. We'll get it on the next turn cycle. We'll check them out. Get it on the next turn cycle, make sure they're still doing what you want. Fighting the good fight. I believe you're warmongering that. You want to go the path of, Oh, do I make him whistle as well? Oh, I make him whistle as well. We double whistle, because we're coupled together. Exciting. You're not going for the science victory? Power of science? Uh-oh. I was not taking note of this hill. Yeah, we're pooped. We're pooped. We're pooped. Oh, cool. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was lucky. That was really lucky. That was really lucky. I need to read the Bible. Dude, I've read a lot of the Bible. I've genuinely read quite a lot of the Bible. Have you? Here we go. Also, what happened to that guy who was going to tell me every time I was being cringe? What happened to him? I feel like we have an opening for like a trawl. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel there is an opening in the Rex universe for like a trawl. You know, someone who wants to. I shouldn't tempt fate, should I? I should not tempt fate. I really shouldn't tempt fate. Wonderful. Everybody out. Open the doors, man. Everybody out. Everybody out. Well, everybody wants to get out. Do you want to get out? Staying in? You going in or you going out? What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? What are you doing, sir? Grumpy. No? Nobody out? Nobody in? Nobody out? Alright. So be it. So be it. Off we continue. Off to Knapford Station. Beautiful. The beautiful Isle of Soul. I like these water towers. Fill up the steam. Well, the wood. Steam. All toasters, toast, toast. All toasters, toast, toast. That's bad. It's not. It's full time. We'll have a gay old time. Okay, hopefully that signal does not change. Hopefully that signal does not change. Toast is not toasted toast bread. No, all toast is toast toast. That's what Super Mario says. What Super Mario told me. Toast is toast toast. Better believe it. All toasters toast toast. Cows drink milk. You know, if the cows drink milk, the toasters toast toast. I still never played those games, man. We were talking about those a while ago. The Philips CDI, like Nintendo licensed games. Oh, dude, you heard the thing. Yeah, cows do drink milk for a time. They do. They do. They also drink Mountain Dew. Speaking of Nintendo, have you seen the word that there's gonna be a new Star Fox game in the summer? That's the word. It's like a rumor, right? But it's from this guy Nate the Hate, who has like a really good success rate. Like, he's the dude who said, like, oh, like, Nintendo Switch 2 gets announced on this day specifically, and he's got like a really good success rate. So I think he genuinely does have the, like, my uncle works at Nintendo. He has some sort of link. He has some sort of link. He has some sort of scoop. He's saying there's a new Star Fox game in June. And big if true. Big if true. Might make sense with like the whole movie thing. Like the movie comes out next month or May or whenever it is, and then they have like a freaking Star Fox game in the summer on the back of that. Some good brand synergy. Hello, Ramon. Welcome on in here. You hanging out with the good people? Right, taking our train on a ride. Taking our train out. Is that Thomas? Thomas, is that you? How you doing, buddy? I think he's doing great. Oh my god, the slowdown. Dude, Gordon is gonna be pissed. He's gonna be peed and pooed about this whole situation. Choo choo! Go, go, go! Wow! Flying through the station. 33 miles per hour. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Got to follow my rainbow. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Yeah, they're saying that it's like a new Star Fox game in the summer. They're saying Ocarina of Time remake for Christmas. Oh my god, the slowdown. Sounds kind of crazy. The medics are rigged. What do you think's up with the medics? Civ 6. So real. These beautiful skies. Look at these beautiful ass skies. Look at that slowdown. Oh my days. God damn. Emily. Emily. Speed up. Speed up. Yeah, the carriages on the back here, they're massive, dude. They're freaking huge. We got here for like the coals and these guys, and then they got these carriages back here with all our dudes in them. Oh, it just won't let you make the medics. Maybe you can only like make them in that like specific. Maybe do you have like the encampment and the armory in the same, like, zone? Are they, like, in the same town? Because you might need them both in the same town, you know? Or maybe there's still some sort of, like, are they called, like, civics or whatever? Whatever, like, the research thing is. Oh, the armory is an update to the encampment. That makes sense. Does it automatically give you that? Or do you need to, like, unlock one of the civics or whatever they're called? Full steam ahead! Full steam ahead! Round. Boot. Switch views again, please. Thank you. Thanking you. Boot. Boot. Mad lad. It seems like allotments or like bunkers or whatever they are. Civics are needed, just the armory. That's weird. Kind of weird. It's annoying when stuff like that happens, where you feel like you've like ticked all the boxes, and you're like, why isn't this happening? It's kind of frustrating. Boot. There we go. Away we go. This iconic bridge. Dude, slowdown's killing me. It's killing me. It's freaking killing me. Murder. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my stars and strings. Yards to go. Yeah, they have different, they haven't added in, but I know like in like Thomas there's like these different different railways, like it's called like the Nappy Railway or something, like where they have these like much, I can't remember the dimensions of the trains, I can't remember the specifics, but they like, you have these like much smaller rail lines and stuff for like smaller cargo trains and stuff like that. I don't know a lot about trains, to be honest. The big train station in the middle of Madrid, the big train station I live next to, Atocha. The train station in Zootopia is based off that train station. It's a really cool train station. It's got a lot of like plants in it and a lot of like glass. It looks really cool. It's really, really cool. At least one side of it. One side of the train station. That's yeah. They based the train station because they did that in Zootopia. So they wanted to like base different areas off like different parts of the world, kind of make it all feel like sort of like cohesive and international, and yada yada yada. And yeah, the train station's based off the train station here in Madrid. It's pretty cool.
Emily arrived at the end of the line.
Yeah, it's all like thermodynamics and mechanics, isn't it? With steam engines like that.
Well done, Emily. How do you feel pulling an express train again?
It was great, sir. But it's certainly been a busy day.
Good job, Emily.
Well, you deserve a nice long rest in the shed.
Into the shed with you.
Thank you, sir.
Beamed Emily with pride.
Thank you for letting me go in the shed. Thank you for letting me go in the shed. Oh, dude, Diesel? Diesel quest? Diesel mission? Diesel mission? So Top Matt says avoid confusion, delay. Yes.
Branching out.
I'm scared.
It was a busy time on the railway, and all of the engines were working
Scared what might
hard,
happen here.
except poor Thomas. He was feeling unwell. You should go to the steamworks for a while, said Sir Topham Hatt. They'll have you fixed up and feeling better in no time. As Emily came and took Thomas away to be repaired, Sir Topham Hatt wondered who else he could get to take Thomas's passengers. Suddenly, Diesel pulled
Comes
into
the big
yard
lad.
with a train of trucks. Sir Topham Hatt looked at him and smiled. Ah, Diesel.
Yeah, what's
just
so
the
bad
engine
about
I
diesel
wanted to
engines?
see. Diesel looked a little nervous. Sir Topham Hatt usually only wanted to see him if he was in trouble.
Good morning, sir, said Diesel nervously. Did you need me for something?
Yes,
Like they
indeed
act like
I
Diesel's
do,
like a really
smiled
bad
Sir
source of
Topham Hatt.
energy, like using like
Thomas is
diesel
not
and petrol
feeling
and stuff like
well,
that. But is like
and
like
Emily is
coal? I
taking
mean,
him to
like
the
it's
steamworks
like burning
to be
coal's not
repaired.
exactly like a positive
So
thing, you know?
I need a really useful engine to help with taking the passengers on the branch line. Diesel was very surprised.
But, sir, he protested, I'm only a shunting engine. I've never
Shunting.
really pulled passengers before.
Don't worry, Diesel, Sir Topham Hatt reassured him. I'm confident you'll manage just fine, and I'm sure that Annie and Clarabelle will be glad to show you what to do. Just remember, you need to be on your best behaviour today. I don't want to hear from the passengers that you've been causing trouble.
But, sir, I can't take Annie and Clarabelle. They're Thomas's coaches, and they don't like me, and...
Diesel, you'll be fine, smiled Sir Topham Hatt. Now run along and collect Annie and Clarabelle. They should be waiting for you in the sidings.
Oh, why do I have to take passengers? Maybe, he thought, Sir Topham Hatt chose me because I am the best engine for the job.
Dude, first time piloting. First time using diesel. I wonder what is. Oh, he's got like the boom. Dude, look at his nose. His freaking nose. Let's go, Diesel. Antford Yard head shunt. This Diesel's driving. Look at him sat. Look at him sat in the freaking chair. Oh shit! Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Fireball. We'll catch you around. I hope the grocery gods shine upon you. I hope the grocery gods shine upon you. I hope they treat you well. Boom. Grocery gods. Actually, honestly, dude, the little app. It's been so freaking good. Okay, so what's the issue here? Why can't I? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Truck. Whoa. Sir. Maybe. Perfect. Couple to Annie and Clarabelle. Cool. Thomas is gonna be pissed, man. Let's shut the engine to bellow, grey and black smoke to less shunting and hauling huge cargo. I like the word shunting. Oh no. Am I on the wrong track? No, oh no, they're all the way back there. Okay, cool. I've never really like the biggest like thing I've driven is like, you know, like a truck or something. Not a truck. What am I talking about? It's like a van. Must be pretty cool to like actually operate some like massive machinery, like driving a train or something like that. Aha!
Hello, lady.
Hello, ladies.
Oh no, Clarabelle.
It's that
Hey, be nice to him. He just said hello.
Surely, replied
Yeah, we just
Clarabelle.
said hello, and
The
the
top
dude,
hat
the
could have
girls,
placed
the
another
girls
engine
want nothing to do with
instead
Diesel,
of
man. The ladies want now to do with Diesel.
Perhaps he thinks I'm the best engine for the job, boasted Diesel. After all, he specifically asked me to help with the passengers while Thomas is away. I'm sure he only asked you to help as all the other engines are busy. He certainly did not. Now we need to get going. We don't want to be late after all.
Oh no, we're still reversing. Whoops. Dude, I almost caused an issue there. Whoops. Yeah, let's go. Let's freaking go. Away we go. He's pissed. She looks scared. Bam, bam. Annie, Clarabelle. Go. We're coming up. Where we want to be. Bring this to a nice, clean stop. Perfect. Okay. So back into the station. $30 cars, dude, that's a lot. 2 trains could hold 30 cars tail to tail. That is freaking a lot. You do see, because, like, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, because I live in, like, a capital city. There's, like, a lot of, like, you know, stuff coming on the trains every day. You do sometimes see these, like, absolutely massive ones bringing in, like, tons of cargo and stuff like that. It's really impressive. It is really impressive. Uh-oh. We good? Cool.
All aboard.
Open the
We
wrong
need
side.
to hurry and get moving.
That's in here. Dude,
There's no need to
I've
rush,
opened up the
Diesel,
doors on
said
either side. People could
We
just walk
still
in
have
and
plenty of
fall off the
time.
other side. That's in. Alright, let's go. Oops.
Right, let's get going.
Food truck?
Remember, said Clarabelle, You need to pull away gently as to not startle the passengers.
Now we're going at high speed, man. Going as fast as we can. Okay, so what's the dry or station? Do it. Fucking do it. The telltale thing is for diesel. Gotcha, gotcha. Go. Ooh, hot air balloon in the distance. Pretty cool. I've never done anything like that, like hot air balloons or anything that's like, you know, like high altitude stuff. Like, see people like taking hot air balloon rides or like skydiving or any of these crazy things. I've never done anything like that. So I don't really know how I'd react. Like maybe I'd be like completely terrified of being like so high up. Maybe I'd enjoy it. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I haven't done anything like remotely like that before. Anything similar. So I just don't know how my body would react. You really want to do? You've talked about this before, Val. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you've mentioned it before when we've had a conversation about like skydiving and stuff like that. Because I think we were talking about like I think you were telling me about it, about like the whether you drop in like facing forwards or away from it. I think you were explaining that to me, how they do it for like, you know, what situations when people are like learning, or I think you told me about that. But yeah, I have no idea how I'd react to it. I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's like something really high up on like, you know, like I think about it a lot and everything. Like I definitely want to do it. Like I would definitely enjoy it, but like I don't feel it's one of my like, you know, top 10 bucket list things or something like that, you know.
Off we go.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'd like to think that I'd just be like, oh, dude, like this is exciting. Let's go. I mean, I don't know until you're in that situation. I could be like completely terrified. Who knows? Again, I think it's a pretty normal reaction for people to have. It's like get in a situation like that and be like, oh man, this is scary. This is freaking scary. So, Weasel, you lad. Weasel, you lad. I think he's doing a great job. Getting everywhere we need to go. I don't really like stuff like that. I think stuff like mechanical systems and stuff like that are like really cool and impressive, Ramon. I'm definitely more a fan of like. I definitely get more like interested and like kind of see like the coolness of like mechanical systems and physical systems and stuff like that, as opposed to like you know, like digital stuff or like computing. Do you know what I mean? I find like big mechanical systems a lot more kind of like spectacular and impressive. Not that like computer systems and all that kind of stuff like aren't, you know? Like it's amazing how these things operate and what they can achieve and stuff, but like maybe like piston design or any sort of like pneumatic system or something like that, or something just like there's a spectacle for that sort of thing. I think that's cool. That's impressive. Go off we go. Bomb. Start to relax on it. Bring ourselves to a nice stop. Leave. Thank you. Well. Okay, no, we're good, Oh, dude, I'll let that black smoke, man.
Hurry up, please. We don't want to be late.
Just then, one of the passengers approached Diesel. "Thank you, Diesel," they said. Diesel looked surprised. He wasn't sure what to say.
You're very welcome. Wow. Someone was grateful.
Dude got the
for
first
my
compliment in his
help.
life.
"You see," said Annie, "passengers appreciate an engine who looks after them and pulls their train well." Diesel thought about this.
Maybe you're right, he said.
Bro, getting the first compliment in his life.
Passengers after all.
Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Oh, bro's like happy now. Bro has new lease on life. Me after my annual compliment. Trotters. I think we get a few yards out again. Slow down a little bit. Come on. 300 yards out. How do I get there? Do I have to like reverse or? Oh no, it's curvature on the track. Okay. know if that was like second line. Don't change the signal, please. Start to relax a bit now. Easy does it. Get Rose happy. Boom. Keep open the wrong side of doors, man. There we go. No one? What's wrong with my peeps? What the hell is everyone? No one? No one? What, you lady, you coming? Okay, great stop at the station, right?
Okay, on to our next stop. You're doing well, Diesel, said Annie kindly.
Let's go. Tunnel time. Tunnel time. It's definitely my favorite way to travel. Is if I have a choice of like a method of travel, I do enjoy trains the most. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, you know. Sometimes you're going really far away, like you gotta fly, or sometimes the trains can be expensive or whatever. If I ever have a choice, if like it makes the most sense, my preference is train travel. I think it's really comfortable. I do like that you can like get to see like a bunch of parts of like the country or wherever you're traveling outside of the window. I will say in Spain, here in Spain, the train lines are really good as well. The train lines are really pretty good here in Spain. It's something I'm grateful for. Like back in the UK, it's like the train travel can be so expensive, man. And I mean, it can be here as well. It's true, it can be expensive here in Spain as well. But generally, I think like the trains are like pretty fairly priced here, and you can usually like find something that you can like ride on quite affordably or whatever. And yeah, you do get to see like a lot of the country and like out of the window, and you know. You go through like interesting parts of the country and stuff like that, so it's usually no. Okay, cool. At least there wasn't a stop signal. There was not a stop signal. There we go. We got some people coming in now. Last stop, we had no one come. That's it. Get your butts in there.
One stop to go, Diesel, said Clarabelle. Then you will have
Oh shit,
boarded
shit,
your
shit, shit, shit.
first passenger train.
Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, exactly.
One stop to go, Diesel, said Clarabelle. Then you will have pulled your first passenger train.
I mean, subway for sure. I was talking about overground trains. I was talking about stuff like, but you're right about subway stuff as well. Yeah, it's gonna be like land dependent or whatever, whether it's even possible. Totally right. Last stop in Farquhar Station. Deep breath, hello again. You returned. Came back. Returned with a deep breath. A deep breath was taken. Last stop. Your dog. You have the real Rex dog. You have the real life Rex dog. You stop. Yay!
Diesel soon reached Farquhar, the top station of.
That's right. Like I like
Thomas's
above
branch
ground
line.
trains, so you can like look
He
out the
felt
window.
rather
You can like
pleased
see
with
the
himself.
countryside and all those sorts of things. I enjoy that a
Suddenly,
lot.
He noticed Sir Topham Hatt walking towards him. I hope he's not here to tell me off, he thought.
He did good,
Maybe
Diesel.
one of the
Good lad.
passengers complained about me. But Sir Topham Hatt wasn't cross. He was smiling. Well done, Diesel, he said proudly. I've heard from some of your passengers that you did a good job today.
Yeah, we're gonna be stopping
Thank you,
soon.
sir,
Deep breath.
said
We usually
Diesel.
go for about 3 hours.
But I did have some help. Thomas is still being repaired, so I'll need you to stay and help out for a few more days, explained Sir Topham Hatt. Do you mind? Not at all, sir, said Diesel happily. I'm sure that the three of us can run the branch line just fine. Annie and Clarabelle smiled. Perhaps they thought Diesel wasn't so devious after all.
Yippee. Yippee. No, I know that. But it's like, yeah, it's usually we go about 3 hours on the streams usually. It tends to be how long we go. Do I like check the like story? Ah, okay. They're all there. So what we got here, we got shunting challenge. Oh, it's like the James stuff as well, isn't there? And what we got over here? Shunting showdown. Shunting showdown. Let's hop over here real quick.
I have a job. I do this for fun. I do this for fun and entertainment. I do this for fun and entertainment. I mean, I think maybe it'll be fun to do like streaming as a job, but you got to be like crazy. That's only for like super. Can I zoom in? You got to be like crazy successful to do stuff like that, you know. Deep breath. You got to do crazy stuff like that. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us here today. The best part, the fursuit part, the part where we're in the suit of fur. thank you for hanging out with us today. We're gonna be hopping on Voices of the Void tomorrow, which I'm excited about. So we're gonna do some Voices of the Void tomorrow, which is gonna be fun. And some Space Marine 2 on Monday, which I'm also very, very excited about. But we're going to do something a bit different on Wednesday. We're going to start playing Warframe, which I'm excited about. So we've been playing a lot of games like recently together on the channel, which I've been really, really enjoying. Like the community of people hanging out in the streams and playing games with us and hanging out in Discord and stuff like that. It's been like an absolute vibe, and it's been super, super fun. Playing through like Warhammer Vermintide has been sick. We were playing like a bunch of Left 4 Dead. We've been playing a bunch of web fishing recently. We started Space Marine 2 recently. Bunch of other stuff. It's been super fun. It's been a vibe. Played some Fortnite, some Overwatch, some Marvel Rivals. Bunch of different stuff. Gonna start playing some Warframe in the current week. I'm gonna sort of alternate that with web fishing for like the coming weeks on Wednesdays. So we're gonna do some like Warframe, and then we're gonna do some web fishing and kind of go backwards and forwards for a bit and see how it goes. Because I like web fishing, I'm having fun with web fishing, and there's still a lot of people who are showing up to play web fishing with us as well. And I want to keep playing it. But I do want to check out some different stuff as well, and play some other games with people, because like some of my favorite stuff on the streams is when we're actually like playing games together and hanging out with people who've got together on the Discord to play games and stuff like that. So we're gonna start up some Warframe this week, and then go back to web fishing the week after. So we'll start up a clan and build a dojo and all this kind of stuff. If you're interested in playing Warframe, because it is free to play. If you're interested in playing Warframe, whether you already play or you want to join us, I mean, please do get involved, because as I said, I am having like a lot of fun playing with different people, like in the furry community, like in the Rex community, all that sort of stuff, like online. I've only recently started playing online games again since we kind of started doing that on the stream, because I haven't really had a group of people to play online, and I've been having an absolute vibe playing with people in the community. Like I said, like I found Vermintide super fun, Left 4 Dead was sick, Space Marine at the moment's been super fun, and then a bunch of the kind of like live servicey shooters and different stuff we've dropped in and out, like Friends vs. Friends and stuff like that before. It's been really, really fun. So I want to give this one a try, because I know you can do like quests together and like raids and all these sorts of things. So I kind of want to dip my toes into that. And I know a few people who like hang out in the streams and on the Discord and stuff like that have played the game before or play the game and they enjoy it. So I'm like, dude, it's like free to play. Like let's give it a go. So if anybody is like a furry, or I mean, you don't have to be a furry to hang out here, do you? But a lot of you are, right? But if you're like a furry or furry adjacent and you want to play and you want to hang out with us, do join Warframe. I mean, as always, feel free to backseat. Dude, feel free to backseat. Feel free to give me advice. Feel free to be like, oh, like do this, do X, Y, or Z. Like, it's cool. Just don't get angry if I don't do it exactly how you want to do it. But like, if you come in here with like chill vibes of like, you know, backseating, giving suggestions without sort of like, you know, expectation or whatever, I'm sure we can vibe, and I'll appreciate them and take the advice and all that kind of thing when I can and when I see it. Obviously, I'm gonna, you know, mess around and try my own thing and stuff like that, but I do really appreciate when I'm playing games and stuff like that people either join us and carry and stuff like that, or just give advice and stuff like that. So I don't know if you want to play this game with us in the coming week, or the coming weeks, I should say, because we're going to give it a good college try and play it regularly. If you are already in Warframe or you're interested in Warframe, do consider joining us. Or if not that game, we're definitely rotating a lot of and trying out a bunch of multiplayer stuff at the moment. So even if not specifically that game, I don't know, maybe join the Discord or something like that and kind of keep in the loop of what games we're playing when. and you can kind of join and hang out with us, because it has been super, super rewarding for me. I haven't really been playing multiplayer games in like a big way until honestly since like looking back at like Xbox 360 days. Really, if I'm being real, I was playing some like Xbox One games online, like I used to play quite a bit of Titanfall and Evolve and stuff like that. But to be real, my like, you know, sort of like hardcore jumping into like online games and stuff, like that was like Xbox 360 era. So it's very fun to be back in it again. And now when I'm seeing like either, you know, games that I missed out on playing or new ones coming out, I'm like, oh dude, like maybe there's some people in chat who'd be interested in playing that. You know, I start looking at like, you know, thinking about like, oh, you know, like the new Halo campaign or stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, give it a go. And if you have insight on Warframe, do feel free to tell me. I would super appreciate it. Do I like Sonic? Of course I like Sonic. You can see my bed sheet. It's right there. Of course I like Sonic. Do I remember when Doom voiced the voice? I do, and I've got it all on my clipboard. So this thing here. This is when we're playing like survival horror games and stuff like that. Is when we're playing the survival horror games. So the Risu is like, we make all these notes. Well, it's usually a Risu's job to write down notes and stuff like that. And these are all just pages and pages of notes. I've got a Voices of the Void gameplay loop thing I was writing down there, because I think it has been 2 weeks since I played it. We didn't play it last weekend. I think I played it the weekend before. So I've got that stuff written down, and keybinds and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm ready for that tomorrow and excited about it. I am excited about it. So we'll see how things kind of trundle along with that. We'll see how things kind of trundle along with that. But yes. Back tomorrow we shall be. We shall be back tomorrow. Voices of T Voidy. Voices of T Voidy. Yeah, Space Marine on freaking Monday, which should be fun. The Pokemon Nuzlocke, we're up to Gym 8. We are up to Gym 8 in Johto, which is pretty neat. And yeah, we'll start out Warframe. We'll start Warframe Wednesday. Actually, kind of crazy week. Gonna be kind of crazy week for streams. Kind of little crazy, silly, special things on each of the days. Have I got any fun models for Voices of the Void? Or for what? I mean, I don't have any fun models for anything. I don't have any fun models for anything. Whatever you're talking about, the answer is no, I don't. I don't have anything special on anything. Yeah, oh yeah, there is the 3D printer, right. I mean, I think I'm still on day 2 on it. I think I'm on day 2 of the game, so it's like, you know, there's time for that and whatever. But anyway, good people, thank you again for hanging out. Always appreciated, man. The vibes are always appreciated. All the people who stopped by and who dropped a follow today, thank you. That's appreciated. That is very, very appreciated. Oh, you can buy custom posters. Interesting. Oh, that would be kind of cute, putting stuff up on the walls. That would be kind of cute. Anyway, catch you guys later. If you're not on the Discord or anything like that, do consider joining to kind of stay in touch and whatever. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff we've got coming up over the next week, which I'm looking forward to. Do take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and love. Bye bye. Woof woof woof. Bark bark bark. Etc. etc. And we'll see you later. Toodaloo. It's probably not. I mean, if you want to, the Telegram's there's kind of nothing there, Val. It's kind of. I occasionally post a random picture there. Honestly, it's kind of poo poo caca. Anyway, bye.